Oh.
Yeah.
You know that thing?
Yeah.
Back in the day, it was major to recording.
Yeah.
These days, the new school don't really do a lot of ad-libbing.
But ad-lib, it be sweet past the song.
I'm telling you, it adds a lot of color to a song.
Yeah.
It brings out, no, it's not just artistry, but it also enforces the real meaning of the line in the song.
Yeah.
And it's so subtle, like we don't pay attention to it. But I really felt it in this song because it's a rendition of, well, I wouldn't say a rendition, but it's another version of, Bradford's Yanum done in the new school era. And I really felt them because if they were doing, and by the way, this is a song from Kojo Trailer and Reggie of Asaka. If they were actually trapping like the normal trap without ad-lipping, maybe I wouldn't get the full meaning of the song, but they did great on this one. Kojo Trailer and Reggie with the song Muntie, taking off their new EP, How Did We Get Here? And we're live. I'm asking you, how did we get here? It's a Saturday. Showbiz Review Extra. My name is DJ Slim. How you guys? Top entertainment stories. We're going to digest them in a more professional way.
Yes.
We're just going to digest them. And Debbie, how you doing?
I'm good, DJ Slim. I'm fine. I'm so good.
How's your week been?
Hey, this week, dear. Chaos.
Vau
kakra. Chaos kakra. Hey. On the internet, here, everywhere. Like
on the internet?
On the internet.
You are on the internet?
I was on the internet.
Oh, on the internet. It's not a good place.
Yeah. So much chaos. But actually, how did we get here? We are here on a Saturday morning. And yeah.
We're still alive. Zio. Broski.
Slim.
Wagwan.
Charlie. My culture exam say in the violence.
Vau.
Charlie. You be na be sink for con. Ni kakra. You need to amofo. Afterwards, we'll just advise them because lots and lots of stuff has happened in the industry. That is, some new school or new generation of artists has been misformed, misdirected, and now those people who misformed them need to render an apology. And yes, I am. Yeah.
That is what you are coming from today.
That is energy today.
No, but that is the truth because you can't disrespect and at the end of the day want people to push you. People will not understand yet. You do on ma. I'll break it down for everybody.
Hi. I like what is going on.
We're about to set the tone, right?
Yes.
And you can join the conversation. We're live on Facebook. Facebook, it's Hitz 103.9 FM. On Facebook, we're live on all our socials as well. You can also send in your comments as we go along the show on our official text line. That is 05488411039. That is 05488411039. You can join the conversation and chip in your side or your side notes as we go along. 05488411039. Debbie Sway, run us through our weekly stories.
Yes, so today in our weekly trends, I have so many stories. And I would like to start from Kumasi.
Simaku.
Simaku. Exactly. I'd like to start from Simaku. And last weekend, the Rapaholic happened. Aside that, there are other trending stories from Kumasi involving the GES from KNUST. But then let me just push the Rapaholic story into our events. Okay, so we'll get there. Now, first of all, the KNUST SHS, went viral because the assistant headmaster and a student were fondling in a viral video. Now, a lot of citizens have come out to share whatever they felt about it. Some people are blaming the child and saying that, and they are bad, they are stubborn, Gen Zs of today and all of that. And also some are saying that, the man is a pedophile. And of course, since, it's against the GES rules for teachers to date students or even teachers to date their fellow teachers, it's totally wrong. Now, the GES has, sacked him already, and some are also calling for his arrest. And this week, the lady in the video was called on Adom TV. Okay, and she was saying, I'm not 13, I'm 19. So she was defending the fact that, if there should be any arrest, it shouldn't be so because on Yakra, she's a big gal, innit? So please allow her live her life. And Charlie, and is you. And now protection rights, child protection rights, and all of that are coming out to try and protect whatever is happening, because this is not the first time this is going on. There are other people in other schools that this is happening to, whether forcefully or willingly, that they are not even talking about. Yeah. So Zio, what did you think of it?
Also, so the lady is who's pressing charges right now?
Right now,
there are social groups who are pressing.
And I think the gender
minister
also has gotten involved.
But the parents of the lady, they are not.
We've not heard from them.
And the lady is also claiming that she's above the legal age, right?
Exactly.
But it's still nonsense, if I must say. If you are old as a man, na enketo adeibi eba unchenya, you the older one, you are supposed to reason and tell them, say, this is not right, especially if you are he's what, the vice?
The assistant
headmaster. And I watched the video several times and I asked myself, what was he pressing?
Like,
it looked like the lady had a flat chest. And your breast cancer and all kinds of examine anyway.
But the idea is that if that place is where the breast is supposed to be located, it's just the idea. It's just the idea.
And he had closed his eyes and he was feeling
what was he feeling?
He was too deep in the feeling, like Charlie.
Yeah, but so for me, yesterday I did a little breakdown. Yeah. I think this man was trapped and he fell in it. Because you can tell from the video, say, this lady or this girl was filming. And the man was conscious of it. The lady was also conscious of it. And then it was sent to somebody, view once. And the person who had the view once video took another phone to record the view once. You can't tell me this is not planned. Like a view once there. If I send a Slim view once, or share if there's no other
intent,
behind it, you will not pick another phone and record it. For what? So it sparks the conversation where some of these students are also blackmail these heads of institutions with some of these things, especially when you fall victim for a period of time and they know that they can get one or two stuff. If they don't get those stuff, this is what they do. And so it's a dicey game. I don't want to blame the man too much, but as a man at your age, you need to reason.
How old is the man?
Hey, the man there, he looks like he's in his 60s or 50s.
Late 50s.
Yeah, late 50s.
And he's
chilling. Right now, he's laid off. He's not working at the moment. And some are also even calling for arrest. Just say, it's not enough.
Listen, my 2 cents on this issue is quite simple. And I will start with a photo of which we, and when I say we being men, not the one on the street that people sell, but we being men, and toyasum, because in the heat of the moment, when blood is rushing from the brain to fill, the genital to make sure it's active, we don't really reason well in those moments. But if you are able to control your sexual desires as a man, you've actually overcome like 70 to 80% of your problems.
Yeah.
But it is not possible in this day and age where we are filled and we are being thrown, in our faces. It's live in our faces constantly. And the adage that sex sells, everything has been sexualized one way or the other. And it's up in our face.
Yeah.
It's extremely hard for a man to, find a balance. But, listen, if you are, in the case of a headmaster and the students, right, it's like being a shop owner and siphoning your own goods.
Yeah.
How do you expect to make profit? You understand?
Yeah.
It could have been you and I'm just saying, you and another student from another school. But reality, I'm saying it's a wild thing.
Yeah.
Reality, it is never going to be that way.
Yeah.
Emfa, into the closest one now, baby, or a
headmaster now.
In Coconan or Ribi. If you ask me, it is very disgusting.
Yes.
Very, very disgusting. And the part that scares me is it is not forced.
Yes.
It doesn't look like a forced.
No,
never,
not at all.
If you really look at the video, as
body
language, everything shows consent, proper consent, and that's the scary part. So imagine the number of girls that age who are willing to do that with other males of that age in that same school and in other schools.
Yeah.
How would they even focus on their education?
Let's now lower it down. Let's take the old men out and lower it down to their peers, of which we've been through it.
Yes.
You're going 10 years. We've been through it. Let's not act as if it's strange.
Oh, it's true.
It is not strange, but how they've normalized that.
Yeah, exactly.
To the extent that, because, I mean, when we were young, we had stories of students dating teachers, students dating headmasters and all that. The part Ayan TB was the sugar mommy is stuff. We never heard of that.
Yeah.
It was, and when I feel baby knew, say, headmistress, they choose some boy for there. That one day, it was scare we small. But the headmaster-student type of relationship, we've had it over and over again. Yeah. But for them to carry it to the next level of having a recording device, whilst doing that, that is a little bit
and
extreme.
Even phones are not supposed to be used in the school.
Exactly.
So my little research again tells me that the lady used the man's phone.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
Do you get it?
Yes.
And it makes sense because if Debbie, you and Slim, you are doing something, and Slim doesn't want it out, or be advised, okay, use my phone so that I will delete it later.
Yeah, and it's
not or also no send it. I'm just trying to.
Why capture these intimate moments? What
that will
are
get
they?
You into trouble.
It's not even about getting you into trouble. Why capture intimate moments if not for commercial purposes? What are you using it for?
So then again, it goes back to me thinking that the lady and some friends is a strategy. You deep it very well. They've sat down to plan and plot and execute.
Planning and plotting.
Do you get it? Because at the end of the day, what is the lady saying now?
She says she's 19. She's not 13. So those defending, I understand. Maybe she wants you to defend her, but don't push out the wrong,
See, whether you are 21, 24, there's one thing, you are in school. The man is your assistant headmaster. It is not allowed, no matter the age.
No, what if the lady comes out and she's saying that she's madly in love with the man and then make everybody go bed?
The law will still work.
You
won't go anywhere.
We won't go bed, yeah.
The law must still work.
What a crazy world. Wow. Anyway, let's move on then.
And let's move on away from that. Now, I don't know how many of you use DSTV and Sam George this week, and the minority has even come out to say, write a whole petition asking that he should be fired for miscommunication. Now, DSTV subscribers are to enjoy a promo. From what we know, initially Sam George came to tell us that they're going to reduce. They're not going to reduce the prices, but when you pay the same amount, you're going to get more. And DSTV communique came out and said that no, it's actually a promo from now to December. And after December, they're going to find out if they want to continue that for Ghanaians or not. And so the whole miscommunication, style, but. I think right now we know the deal. Now it's a promo. So just enjoy the promo while it lasts. After December, we'll see if we'll go back to our old regime or we'll still continue the promo. So, Charlie.
Jatapa na izi. Adane atasa. From Jata to Atasa. No, but I was seriously rooting
for him.
Yeah, for a communications minister. I was seriously and this agenda, I know people Tilly has been one of the people who push the agenda that DSTV is luxury, and therefore we shouldn't, it shouldn't have that level of
worry on us.
Worry and talkability that is. But seriously speaking, if it's about price control, then it's a laudable cause.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah,
it's a very, very laudable cause. I don't know if because these days and age, you need to verify a lot of information before you talk about it. Because I saw another publication from DSTV that was also counted their initial statement saying that it's not a promo, but people need to understand the position of DSTV in this case, right? They are available in like 52 countries in Africa.
Yes.
Now, there's been several countries that have pushed against price reduction of DSTV in their countries. DSTV, they've been down this road. They know how this they know how it works.
Yeah.
This is not the first country. Ghana is not the first country to push back on their pricing. They can't be seen in a position of weakness. Because if they are seen in a position of weakness, if they are seen as, oh, Charlie, we go into the Ghana territory, then strong arm we them force we to reduce. Do you think the Nigerians are going to stand by their $21?
No. I think they've also started a conversation.
Do you think Botswana is going to sit down?
No, everybody's going to.
Do you think Eritrea and other countries that they are operating in are going to sit down and watch as Ghana's own gets reduced?
Well, they pay the same. No, it's not going to happen.
So they can't be seen in that way. And I'm shocked. Sometimes we need to learn the hard way. I'm shocked the communication minister didn't actually look at it from that level, because he would have been successful if he went, if he did the submarine approach, went underground and dealt with them, for them to come out with their own reduction.
Yeah, he should not have even said it.
Exactly.
Coming to that.
Because once it's out there and it's all on social media, it's being splashed on all the websites and all that.
Exactly.
If any other country gets a whiff of it, it's a done deal for DSTV.
Exactly.
So they are going to make you a laughing stock, and that's exactly what they've done. So he moved from a communications minister to a marketing manager of DSTV in a second.
And now I'm thinking of even buying
in a split second.
Yeah. It will shock you. I don't think DSTV had plans of promoting their bouquet and everything.
Do you know
like
how
this.
much they would have spent in communicating a new bouquet called Paddy? If not for the communications minister, myself, like I never hear.
I don't even know.
I never come in to see a price and so, but they were so strategic and they've dealt with him. He said something on Joy FM the last time he was here, and I wasn't in the country, but I was watching it, and I realized that Honorable Sam George said they reached out to his superiors. DSTV reached out to his superiors. Now I'm thinking, layman, why are you superior chain minister?
Of course.
Meaning there are other people that they are dealing with that they feel they are much more powerful than you, the communications minister. It's Yabasana respect and home, not you. And it has been evident because on you be dealing the next day
to come out with something different.
Something else.
Minister Baba can't say same way. The next day there's something out there which is totally different. They've made him a laughing stock. Jatapa move to Atasa. Serious. I was seriously rooting for him, and now, and it is very political. It's much more political than how we see it.
Yeah.
Because in politics, because thinking about people in the NDC who now have that aura and that type of personality to not to even think of leading the party, but for party. Some is a part of it. Some George but these days the whole week, in fact not just the whole week, months now, 2 or 3 months now, Jack and
he also came out to even say that we should stop using the Nigerian DSTV. Because the thing is, with the Nigerian DSTV decoders, they are cheaper than the Ghanaian ones. And the DSTV is saying that the reason for this is because with Ghana, they pay more taxes than in Nigeria. So it's only fair that they up the price so that they still get their profits. That's what I say. It is their challenge. I
think MultiChoice should come out and actually thank Sam George for the promotion for this past weeks.
No, he's the marketing manager assistant.
It has been huge. But you see, one other thing I find very worrying is in a video I saw, the Honorable was asking for a price reduction, and he stated emphatically that he's not going to accept any upgrade or downgrade of any package. But here, this is where we find ourselves. That is what is happening now. And for some of us who have been using DSTV for a period of time, we know that this is what they've been doing, especially when the football season is over. They give you an upgrade for you to have a feel of the other bouquets and all that. So
it's not new.
Yes, and even from the minister himself,
Yeah.
he said that every 3 months there's a committee going to review. How is that different from what DSTV came out to say that it's just for 3 months? Because the next 3 months is December. So if there's a review and we go back to that amount or price, then is it a win for us or is it a loss for us? But so far so good. What I have here, let me just read this thing out. You pay 90. We paid 59 cedis and you get access that could have cost you a 99 cedis. So there's a reduction there. You pay 99 cedis and then you get a bouquet that was worth 190 cedis. So there's a reduction there as well. And then we come to the 190, which previously used to be 380, and it goes on and goes on. But the last, that is the premium, where you get to pay 865. And the unyashwe. It's like which lutono.
Almost do where you buy ticket for a draw.
Honestly, it doesn't make sense to me.
Well, today being the 4th of October, there's been the latest media statement or press statement, and it's a joint press statement from the Ministry of Communication, Digital Technology and Innovation, the National Communications Authority, MultiChoice Africa, and MultiChoice Ghana. And they wish to clarify the frequently asked questions published on our website, which created an erroneous impression of the contradiction regarding the DSTV value offering, which is effective today. It was dated on the 1st of October. And they want to clarify the following. Now, number one, it says, we fully support the joint media statement that was issued by the Honorable Minister, Honorable Sam Nate George, and implementation of same has already commenced. They endorse that.
Yeah.
Meaning whatever value offering that they push that, they endorse it. Number two, as contained in the said media statement regarding the value offering, the committee will reconvene in 3 months to evaluate the impact of this initiative. This will be a periodic exercise. That is number two. Number three, there is no restriction on a subscriber's choice of a bouquet. This offer is available to both existing, returning, and new customers from 1st October 2025. We apologize for any inconvenience the frequently asked questions may have caused, and is signed by MultiChoice Ghana on a DSTV and MultiChoice letterhead.
It still doesn't say anything different from their first presser. It's the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Every 3 months, we will go for a review. And the reason why we go for review is to check whether it's working or not working, whether we have to reduce or add.
I hope that after this review, there won't be an addition.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Tilly.
I never once did I say.
You said DSTV is a luxury.
Listen. That is why I forced to come.
You said DSTV is a luxury.
People like me.
There's a news card. And nearness, I beg, post it right now.
Or some can say only TV when
you fear. So why are we?
Hold on.
Do you want to repeat yourself, or do you want to play the audio?
I want to correct, and then first let me just so I will prove that my memory is correct.
Yes.
Let me speak and then let the audio follow. Just for shaking reasons. So, the conversation, how it started was Mr. Andy Dusty saying, he's quite surprised that Ghanaians are not all online talking so much about DSTV like the way they did Doom Solve Vigil, the way they did the Occupy Julobi conversation. And he even made an example. Thank God for good memory. He even made an example with the fact that DK because say Ghana Tokwa say I see what Twitter because nobody has time. Twitter and Tokwa. So he doesn't see that momentum that we gave with Julobi and Doom Solve Vigil on Twitter like that. And I'm saying so
you were just opposing it. That so the intensity of that one.
Let me finish. No, let me finish.
No, but see a content.
And I told him, it is because one is a necessity. Light is a necessity. So businesses were affected. Irrespective of your status in life, you are affected by the lights. What you are saying? I might not have TV in my room, but I have fridge. So if there's doom, so right like today, like this, my Richard in here because I don't get lights. What
Richard in here no fresh.
Of course.
Okay.
We can't look like our problems. However, the reason you don't see the same momentum on X is because DSTV is a luxury. So if you don't want DSTV, you have the options of other cheaper ones or even free ones that you can watch. So somebody, and I mentioned in Tumu, does not understand the fight, and I even use myself. That means I don't get TV. Yes. So I'm not saying that the price in Tokwana for the thing is because electricity is wrong. I'm saying that comparing it to
that's the same thing.
No, I heard what you said. Let me quote you.
Okay.
You said somewhere like you said that.
Yes.
Because it's luxury. Because electricity, I don't think say
there's gonna be talkability.
A lot of I'm saying no. That's not what I said. I said comparing it to the likes of the Doomsor Vigil, Occupy to Lobby, where people were arrested and all. This borders rights on human rights, and this one borders on somebody who wants to watch EPL. Preference. One is luxury, but all the same, I understand. Say the price range, So doesn't mean say because I luxury, but the conversation there now becomes, if this is the way we are going to go about certain things, then there is a lot we have to look at. Because if you compare clearing stuff at the Ghana port and clearing at Togo and clearing, if really why is the government also not doing something about us? Because one big conversation was Ghana for air clear to Togo now.
Yeah.
Why? Because the prices here are exorbitant. So if we are going to look at things like that to start a whole national conversation, then let's look at, because you can't tell me that you go to a club where they are selling, your friend is saying, one bottle of Vortex 35 cedis, because me, I've gone for my luxury lifestyle. You are coming to tell me that the price so reduce it to when I know that when I get out of the club now, I can get one for 5 cedis.
Yes.
So what you are trying to say is DSTV is a luxury.
It is luxury, pure luxury.
That's all.
However, I agree, but it doesn't mean say in Tokwana a lot of people will jump on it, because for a lot of people, because without DSTV, we best survive. We more entertainment, crowd on different level.
So no.
I agree. Doesn't mean say
the conversation is a bit technical. The conversation is a little bit technical in this case, because with respect to Sam George, I think he addressed the luxury part where he says the luxury is a luxury, but it has become a necessity. There are things that used to be luxury. Luxury is just a matter of time. Back then, we would say so having or owning a mobile phone was a luxury. But now it's exactly. So it's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time.
I just saw a comment by our producer saying that Honorable Sam George addressed.
Yeah, he addressed
the fact that it is the luxury thing.
Yeah.
He said it is what?
A luxury that has become a necessity.
A necessity for, you see.
So
that is
back then. May I explain this idea?
Now,
my explain.
Let me finish.
My explain because I was on. I was on the
counter. You let me talk my thing.
Hold on. There are things that move from luxury to necessities in a split second. A bit a luxury, but it's not a luxury.
So you're saying DSTV is a luxury?
No, back then. Okay, so I'll use myself as an example, right? And time I mean many few and I'm talking 1994. That was when MultiChoice landed in Ghana. I think they landed in 93 or so.
Wow.
Near
Yes, I wasn't born.
Yeah. So 1994, I think I quite remember. My father bought. That was then MultiChoice. He bought a decoder, and that's when they used to have KTV, Mnet. These channels have been around for years.
A long time.
Back then, having a satellite dish in your house, it was not only.
You have really you have dumping the energy that comes into address the minister. When I'm ready to address
I will let you understand. I want you to understand it from that angle.
I understand. I have my response in my mind already.
It will change them.
It will change.
Having that dish in your house is like a social symbol. like a status symbol. It was a luxury, pure luxury.
Yeah.
Because you know, GTV as at that time having a metro, so so having those channels, extra channels, then they run. And then it got to a point there were other people importing certain decoders that would also tap into your satellite that is receiving the signal and all that. Because people also wanted to see what is going on. But a move free ho. And as at that time, EPL and all those leagues, they were still on. They were still showing the Bundesliga and all that on. But it wasn't the center of attraction. It was like people were not buying DSTV or multi-choice because of that. Now it has grown to a certain level where it has become a part of people's lives.
It doesn't mean it's a necessity. That is the mistake. And the minister for a minister of a country like that be slave.
A priority. Listen. You don't want to understand because you in your list of things that mean to you.
It's not true.
It's not a priority.
And you see,
Debbie,
you are thinking in line with the minister, and you see, Slim, let me finish, and then now you can debunk it because we are the host. I don't know why you are doing this for.
Debbie, I'm host here.
Now, host to Amasa.
Showbiz Review Xtra. There's no host. Everybody's a host. There's no host here.
Agla.
There's no host here.
Agla. Talk to your wife. You don't see what they go on this show. Listen. We are in Ghana.
Yeah.
This man, we are talking about Sam George.
Yes.
It's not the guy in opposition. When he thought that LGBTQ was a problem, so he has to push for it. Whether or not it was viewed as a national problem at the time or not, he has to push for it. So he did. And then, those that believed in it also jumped on it. You are now a sector minister. A sector minister. You are part of the governance structure of Ghana. And the governance structure does not only take care of the elites in society. It takes care of everybody, from the elite to the to the kenkre to the kankrang. If somebody tells you that on the scale of preference of things for Ghanaians, DSTV is not among, as a sector minister, you should know that it is not among.
How?
Let me finish. I beg. Don't how me. Let me finish.
I want to know.
Don't how
What started from 1933? You said
that started from 1994.
What you are saying?
Yes.
So the fact that if I will be surprised that Sam George, Honorable Sam George, is telling me that in Ghana, where right now is your tour, make quine then even now, right now, I don't even.
But that's not in the sector.
No, listen to me. Charlie, if you know what
that's not in.
Because I'm trying to make a case about something, and
Slim, this one, allow to leave.
No, he doesn't want to listen. So let's continue. You are telling me that in a household, my compound house, my entire household, nobody uses DSTV, but we are entertained. Yeah. So because you are telling me that in the world of the elite, because Oman share EPL or Muntimin dancing, it has become a necessity for the entire nation. What are you talking about?
No, but I'm not telling you. It's not even in the elite.
Wait,
go to Circle right now. Because Circle is here.
The boys that are watching.
You know they pay to watch the EPL.
And are you telling me that if those boys are not watching EPL, they won't get any form of entertainment in this Ghana and they will die?
Who told you?
Slim, what are you talking about?
No, you are measuring two things.
I'm not measuring. No, I'm not measuring. Listen.
Don't put them.
No. The fact that boys want to go and watch EPL doesn't mean that if EPL is not showing or if there's light off, the boys will not survive. What are you talking about?
Then, okay, in that list of things, then we also need to talk about environmental issues because
let's come.
So let's look at the sector.
DSTV. Also, boys that watch EPL, and it's part of the conversation of DSTV. And I'm telling you that on the scale of preference, you cannot convince me that the way Ghana is right now, you are telling me that DSTV, whether it is for even for the elite level, for the medium and for the low, it is a priority. It is never a priority.
It is not in his sector. In his sector, he has
talking about DSTV. What are you talking about?
Sam George sector, he's done there.
It is not the president who is dealing with it.
And now he's putting the DSTV as the next in line. And
that is what he's working on.
No. And now he's doing DSTV.
This is even terrible. Slim, no, this is your defense. Yawa Ghana and Inquara. Ekoshe channel bi na omuku obi wakaswa. Let me tell you. Hold on. Slim, hold on.
Some 2-3 years.
Hold on. I went to Dunkwa, my hometown.
No, I mean story maintain teaching.
I'm telling you.
Start the story so that
I'm saying your Ghana hana in Karabi Koshe. You see ritual. And a big conversation said the kind of content amount for show channel so no M1. I went to Dunkwa this year. Look at how long that thing was. I went to Dunkwa this year. The kind of content that is showing on Dunkwa channels is crazy. You are telling me.
Are they national
channels?
Hold on.
Yes, there are channels, TV, all these things that are out there that you are telling me that as a sector minister that is supposed to oversee whatever the way, however you want to look at it, the well-being of what we are seeing, what to the children, to the adults is very important, which is why I say Obeka sent here charlatans parading as men of God and then. So if you tell me on the scale of priority, Ghana when it comes to the communication and information center, information because you're gonna go jam. You are telling me that DSTV is important. Charlie, Slim, we are grown than this.
No, to what?
No, we are grown than
this.
The only the argument you go make today.
No. The only issue.
It's not your sector. It is sector. There are real problems.
So I'm not being tackled.
That affects the average person. You are telling me that.
Okay, hold on. Let me ask you this. Any Sunday or Senko address it, sir, the Enquadano channels no. Before hold on.
He was in opposition at the time. They were talking. In the list you came and you are fighting.
In the list of importance, he should have done that more than even the telcos. Maybe.
Yes.
Now they know your telcos ready. I say okay. No, your DSTV there. I say on DSTV no quite be different.
Because as we sit here, people went back to him right after the telco thing that senior, the thing you did, the data is running fast. You know what he did? Once again, the way he bullied the presenter. Oh, what data are you using? According to my data. Meanwhile, these are problems that even
are you facing them?
I am facing them.
Have you addressed them?
But Slim, when it comes to the telco, when it comes to the telco thing,
I am not facing
I just don't want to talk about it. See, auto data and co and load you.
Once again, he didn't act like a second minister. He acted like somebody who is about to be bullied. And then he intentionally make it seem like you don't know what you are talking about by saying. Meanwhile, you see a data no. We know our behavior on there, and we see how the data is moving per hour.
So I came across. I came across 2 complaints on social media.
This minister did not address the issue. He just brushed it away.
No, I came across 2.
Another thing.
No, he addressed it. What are you saying? No. He addressed it. Adio addressing number 1 was. There are certain things that are running at the background of your mobile phone or your mobile devices that do also use data.
That one we understand.
Exactly. So there was some education around it that, listen, if you do not understand, if you want to even stream, right, there are people that don't even know that if you are streaming, let's say, a movie, on, let's say, YouTube, people don't even know that the quality
determines the
exactly.
Carries,
So there was some form of education that was done. If symptoms persist after 2 days, what do you do? If symptoms persist after 2 days,
but Slim, let me share my personal experience here. When the data reduction comes, 1 minute.
It cannot be solved one time. Problem, listen.
Let me debug him and the minister at once, so that I know that today he's here to do the bidding of Sam George and Co.
No.
Put my energy on
Debbie, and the man,
that's exactly what
take that part out.
No, that is exactly because we are
order.
And then they already defend this Sam George.
Debbie. Mr. Michi, what did I say?
They say I don't see the essence of all he's saying because first of all, you are the host of the show, but also
there's no host here.
Because you are defending Sam George, there's no host.
There's no host here.
That is fine. Now listen, you are telling me that there's behavioral reasons for the way the data moves fast.
Yeah.
Prior to that, I had a way, the behavior side of how I use my data. I was there.
You've not added any app.
So I know that in the evenings, I sleep on possibly TikTok. Like I watch it for about 1 hour, 1:30, and then I fall asleep. Prior to that, I shoot content. I do this. I know I have a content calendar, so I know how I do my content, and I know the amount of data I consume within that week.
Yeah.
Now, you said you were going to get us more, or even price, or whatever it is.
Yeah, more.
You have come back. There is more. However, I have the same behavior that I use for my data, and now it is running faster. I have come to you that, Bossu, it be like something they go on. You are telling me that I should check my behavior. So the fact that you are telling me to have to check my behavior alone means something has changed now.
Yeah.
What you are saying? Yeah. So if you are telling me that now I should turn off my this, I should turn on my this, it means that now the thing that could have served me now is no more serving me.
Yes.
Especially when you have told me there is an increase in that level.
No, Tilly, I understand what you are saying because me myself, see auto data in the car. Honestly, I used Tigo for my data, whatever. Before this whole announcement and before, I think there was a communique that Tigo and Vodafone or Telecel were going to be merged together. Now it doesn't even load. Put me to data and about whatever you're trying to research or load, load.
Airtel Tigo.
Yes. if like let's put it out there.
Two companies.
And yeah.
Engineer. Oh.
It doesn't load.
Two companies.
And if you decide to use the alternative, which is MTN, the 1 gig, I don't know whether the 1 gig they give us is 20 megabytes. As not as it loads, and no. It's off.
And what's paying me when they were told him once again?
In a hasty response, go and do this, go and do this. No.
The Home Minister.
Or say go check it. Or consumption.
What I want people to understand is we checked. And then you see. I know that if I get 20 gig.
I'm finding it hard. Listen, and I'll just be honest with you guys. I'm finding it hard to understand if you tell me that you have a trend of how, or you have a way of a track of how you use your data.
Yes.
How would I know? Say, okay, me share YouTube 10 minutes, like everything is approximate.
Slim.
Me share TikTok 20 minutes. Me share way 30 minutes. Like I'm struggling to understand it.
The back end
hold
when you go to
I'm struggling to understand.
When you use the MTN app.
No, I'm just struggling to understand.
When you use the MTN app, it shows you the data you are using and how you are even using it.
Exactly. Your phone also gives you that.
Your data consumption behavior.
Your phone also gives you that.
Yes.
But it runs you in a week. A bit more run to a week, and that's a bit more day by day consumption, right? Yeah. And I want to find out from you. Say, there your consumption went up, and I said, how would you know that? Say, and no echo through on this day, so it affected the total data that I have on my phone or had on my phone. How would you know that?
How are you telling me you cannot check your data?
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying, say. Listen, I'm just saying, say.
Today you shock me. Wow.
I will shock you more.
Really?
I will shock you more. So I'm just saying, say. The man said, check your data consumption. Check. There are several apps that are running at the background of your. And they'll consume. So if symptoms persist
hold on.
after 2 days, one more time.
You said there are several apps that run at the background.
Yes.
So now here's the question: if before your data interference thing that you did for us, there were all these apps running behind. However, my data could last for 3 days.
Yes.
Even with the things that were running behind. Yeah. And now that you say you have fixed the problem and has probably given us more whatever, now that same data that was running me 3 days is running me 2 days with the same apps at the background. Are you telling me there's no change in the value? This is mathematics.
No. Mathematics are all data. Then you present that data to them and then tell them that X, Y, Z. You understand? Also, I'm checking back.
The whole issue, they said there are more necessities in this sector than DSTV nowadays. Because look, we have data problems. Even content on TV is a problem. Certain content. That's the whole thing. Like we are moving away from the whole issue.
Okay, my statement may stand on it. May stand. ASA. He did not try. Because try now or try and a brain error. The trying that he did with respect to DSTV, am I error? Error no. It will be how the person will look at it from.
Yeah.
The person will say, okay, now there's been an increment in value, right? Some will also look at it from the level that look, this is what we wanted. Yeah. We wanted a price reduction on, let's say, X. Do that and then let us be free. He had to go on several media platforms to explain.
Yes.
But he has done more for DSTV than what Ghanaians sent him to do or what he decided to do for Ghanaians. That is my stand on it.
Okay.
With respect to other things related to DSTV, there's serious politics, I believe, at the background of it, made some look one way or the other as Owunya on top of his game.
Yeah.
It came out very, very wrong. That is how I see it. But I'll leave that to the public as well. So, but Robert, welcome.
Thank you, Chief.
Everything cool?
Everything cool. People they argue too much.
Yeah.
You know, they make we listen. You know they make we enjoy it.
Tell us.
What's this?
Tell us.
You guys all for day guard. Look, you can't disrespect we the audience.
We are sorry.
Good.
Yeah.
We are sorry. On DSTV.
Some judge did two things.
Yeah.
He got more value and then he got reduction.
Yeah.
So he's done that. Finish. I don't know what the argument's about.
Tilly,
It's the explanation that basically didn't go down well with a lot of people, but it's that's what it is. Because emphatically he said that there's a reduction. He's like, when he was talking about, I think what they did was a change in the value, like there was the same name maintained, but the value changed, and then there was a reduction as well.
Exactly.
So there was a little bit confusion for most people on the part of the name maintained. That's it. But otherwise, he did times 2. So that's all.
well, okay. Confusion started what? Tilly.
Necessity and luxury.
Necessity and luxury.
But Tilly is
honor
luxury and whatsoever. Tilly is also right.
I know you one. I know you one.
Luxury is something that is, for okay. Let me focus on necessity. Then it becomes easier for you to understand that. To understand what luxury is, then I mean it is what it is. Necessity is something you can't do without.
Exactly.
And that's it.
Exactly.
And economic terms, or what she clearly said. I mean, if she says that DSTV is not a necessity, then she it's not a luxury. Then
and in the list of things
luxury,
that the sector minister should be addressing, DSTV isn't one of it. Like, it's not a priority for now.
No, if you again, then that becomes an issue of
Tomo.
Don't talk.
Let's
move on. Today, maybe the energy he's bringing on the show today. I'm going to be very relaxed. Oh yeah, you are right. Let's move on. Please, let's move on.
Z also made mention of something that is also important. You also saying that the DSTV package, that value addition, is something that's been in existence for
like when the football season is over, they have this promotional package they do.
I think we run that
elevate
thing,
your package to the next level for you to view what is ahead of you, so that if you have interest or you develop interest in that particular package, like you are on compact and they give you compact plus for the same value of compact, just to bait you. So it's something they've been doing. But the only difference here is the fact that there's a price reduction associated to that one. My worry would always be the 3 months review thing.
But if it's 3 months, it's 3 months. I mean,
yes.
I don't like.
So after the review,
There's a reduction, right?
For now.
Yeah, so there's a reduction.
For 3 months.
But there's a reduction. So maybe after 3 months it will go down further. I don't know.
Maybe after 3 months it will go up.
Yeah, it could. But at the end of the day, there's some reduction. Some reduction has been achieved for now.
Well, please, let's draw the curtain on this one because time is fast spent. And let me take you to some events that will be happening this weekend. And the first event I have on my calendar is Jack Alolomi's Shabak Praise and Worship Festival. And it's happening tomorrow at the National Theatre, 4 p.m. And there will be a number of, gospel artists that will be there to worship. And so you can grab your tickets and be there. And also, Women in Worship is also happening at Jolu, and it's hosted by the Women in Worship, of course. And 4 p.m. is the same time, and it's happening at the Perez Dome inside Jolu. Last weekend, DJ Slim, you are the Rapaholic, right? Yeah. So last week we didn't come here, so we could not even talk about it. So can you give us a little rundown? How did it go? Because we saw it on we saw it on socials, but we didn't experience it in person. How was the feeling there, like you being there in person?
Me per word, but amazing there. I'll be
words.
Amazing. Then I'll be like my man. But no, Yes, I grew up in that side of town, especially Amakum, and I've witnessed events. I think the closest that would get to that level of magnitude and the talkability that was in town would be, and it's not even a musical concert; it's a sporting event. That would be Ghana versus Nigeria World Cup qualifiers first leg in Baba Yara Sports Stadium. Yeah. That would be the only thing compared to the impact, because it was just crazy.
The impact, everything put together. Okay.
Everything put together, talkability,
the expectance, that kind of.
The whole town, the whole city was buzzing.
Even here, we're buzzing.
From a Joso where I got down to eat some fufu.
Everybody's
talking about it from a Joso, and we had people coming in from Konongo, people coming in from Sunyane. And these are like an hour drive away. That should tell you how big that event was. And Charlie, big ups to, first and foremost, the brand Sarkodie, and big ups to Event Factory, the people behind it. Because I got to Kumasi on Friday, and I drove straight to the stadium. I wanted to see what was going on. And Charlie, the level of detail with respect to the production team was just crazy. And I'm sad we are still yakeche kakra, because this event it has done something for Kumasi. That is why some of us were supporting it wholeheartedly, because the brand Kumasi was noted for something else with respect to event. I'm not going to talk about it, but
we know. Now as you don't know.
But now, Sarkodie had to light, had to so, and now it is a change. He said, when it comes to a musical concert, you can also host it there in Kumasi. Yeah. And his team did all the right things, because I said it in my editorial the last time, he had to fight nature. And trust me, there's nobody who's fought nature and won apart from Noah. Noah said, if somebody give him tip off, say they can't destroy, because you can't fight nature. People passed away during his promotional month, times that he needed to get to the grounds and start activating. People passed away, and he would have seen as somebody who is insensitive if he was still actively promoting this event. After that day of the event, a day and two, now Insua started. And he had to get on the grounds, see this person, see that person, rally. Charlie, the guy falls.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
He falls. That thing, he over me. He over me. When I got to the place, he over me. And I wasn't expecting anything less, because when I got to one of the sales points for the tickets, they told me that when Sarkodie got to town on the Monday or Tuesday, by Wednesday, 500 tickets gone. They had to request for more.
Wow.
They had to request. It got to a time, people who had in their possession the VIP ticket that was costing somewhere around 500 Ghana cedis were selling it for 1,500 and 2,000.
Cash out.
Cash out season. The sad part of it, and I'm so happy that Sarkodie had to he apologized after his performance when he was about to wrap up. The people who paid for VIP and VVIP treatment, and also people who bought tables, Charlie, them vex. Them vex because when the rain started, I think it told 2 times Anajuno. The first one, they were calm, cool and collected, and even Sarkodie's father was there. People in the VIP and VVIP, because they had barricades, they had military people, they had security people at the entrance. But second one, which was quite heavier, drove everybody away from the VIP because it was not covered. We said red stands and please be anywhere. It drove them out, and then people from the popular stand came through. Bro, what to table 20,000, but
common comes nene which that's hard.
Obia bane to table 20,000 table so. You don't know the guy,
but so you can't complain.
Who are you even going to talk to? So that's the only thing, and it's as a result of nature. And because it was never predicted. During the day, it's slow, down, slow. But the beautiful part of it is that every single artist who decided to support Sarkodie on the D-Day did something I believe they should also continue when they are being booked for events. Most of them went all out to promote the event. But the other side is when you book them for events, so they post to flyer. And also a conversation for. But these people were on their own. And Sachs said it in his interview that he did not actually call anybody. People reach out to support. And that's the type of energy that we also need to. Exactly. For the ecosystem to benefit. Because in fantasy, we'll be able to on can't post to artwork. It's your name on the flyer. Make sure it sells. They did that for Sarkodie, and you can also do that for yourself as an artist. It was beautiful, bro. It was just beautiful. It's just beautiful. Just beautiful. Effect.
Well, I'm
I was there.
giving you guys to it.
They did.
Wow.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you dog me.
I was there. I saw you on stage.
You see me for that?
I your brief moment.
Yeah, I'll go do that zone too. Lovely.
But
Lovely.
I think, Slim, don't you think we need to start conversations about how the, what do you call them, the NSA, National Sports Authority, would actually inculcate the entertainment factor of when they are having conversations about the stadiums here in Ghana? Because I feel this particular event, if it was a 360, if we were allowed
you go film.
Yes.
So
and it would have brought more conversation, drawn more attention to the Kumasi land, if I'm allowed to use that, and also Ghana as a whole. So I think from now going, I know there have been past people in charge of the National Sports Authority and all that, but from now going, can we inculcate the conscious idea of possible events in our stadiums? Because it looks like that is the trend now.
Okay, so here's the thing. First of all, we need to understand that when stadia, right?
Yes.
Stadia are not just meant for football, soccer matches, so to say. At the end of the day, everywhere in the world, it's the common thing that we all know is the fact that concerts also happen in these places.
Yes.
Now, what it means is that, for me, they will need to start strategizing because there's a lot of revenue that comes from the entertainment scene.
True.
Yeah.
I stand to be corrected, but I understand that when they play matches, for example, Kotoko playing a match, when they are done, the NSA will get like 1,000 cedis or 1,500 or so. Now, this particular program would pay 200K.
Yeah.
That means they are paying you for 200 matches.
Yes.
One concert. So clearly you understand that one is heavy with cash and the other isn't. However, there's a dual role. So we need to be able to, maintain the balance. The other thing is the fact that if we feel for any reason people are going to mess up the pitch, and that's a conversation that we can always have because people are wearing spikes, like boots with spikes, and they're playing on the pitch. People are also coming to stand on. But if you tell them that they are supposed to pay for grass technology of some sort for them to reclaim or for them to repair the grass, these things can be factored into the cost and it can be addressed. Yeah. So the only thing we need to do is to schedule the project in such a way that if you know in December there are going to be events there, then you don't play soccer during that particular season. So off-season soccer, make money from entertainment. On season, make money during soccer from the soccer point, so that we are able to maintain the balance. Just so that we can maximize the use of these edifices. Because at the end of the day, Charlie, it's there and it's supposed to be used for this purpose. The other thing is, I think so I was there. I looked through everything from beginning to end. I went through the back, all of that, gate entrance, understood all of the intricacies. The last time I was there was a program that was done. We did with Tigo Diza concert.
Okay.
But that was set up in the middle of the stadium.
Okay.
It was in the middle. So the stage was in the middle. So
facing the VIP?
Yeah. No. So like facing the same side.
Oh, okay.
But then it could contain more people because this one was on the line. On the line, the goalpost line. So, what happened was it was in the middle. So it could contain more people. And it was beautiful. It had so many people come through and the ranking and stuff were performing. It was huge, that kind of vibe. And so... watching this, I think since then we've not had shows like that again. But this one coming through, you could clearly tell that the number of people who wanted to be there were way above the number of seats available. Because this one, even I think in estimation, you could say approximately 17 to 18K That's because if you, I understand that the ground space is about 4K, and then the seating space up there is like 13 to 14K. So if you put it together, that's like 18K there. But the number of people that were outside were huge.
Yes.
And I must give props to the guy who came to sell the raincoat. The guy extremely sharp. But he actually made it possible for people to stay on.
Yeah.
Because when I got everybody, like a lot of people were wearing raincoats. You know, started selling at 10 cedis. At some point, we were selling for 70 cedis.
That's all. Demand and supply.
And it was beautiful. It was beautiful. So for me, I think that the biggest thing standing out is the love for music.
Yeah.
The fact that the fans were there, they wanted to see Rapaholic happen. They wanted to see the artist, and so they defied the rains, and then they were in, like, you know, literally waiting, wanting, singing along, high energy. Program started after 12. They stayed on. The program closed at 6. Hey,
for Kumasi people to do that.
You know.
I think we should commend Sarkodie's team and Sarkodie himself, because even the promotional strategy,
the team extremely relevant, because no one man can achieve anything of great importance alone.
Yes. And even the promotional idea, schedule, plan used for this particular Rapaholic is so different from what he does in Accra.
Yeah, I mean, you have to change your strategy if you are going to a different place, you know.
And that's it's something we should study. It's not all events that has a particular line of promotion. So I think artists, we as industry people, should study that as well. You can't be here and, like what Sarkodie did, change your strategy when you're in Greater Accra. When you go to another man's land, change it. Because the moment he went to see Otunfo, everybody was of the idea that a bit successful. Because we're going to greet, for the lack of better word, the highest...
The real landlord.
Yes, the real landlord. Yeah. You've got to greet the real landlord.
Landlord meets landlord. Landlord
and he has accepted you. And he has accepted you. The people, the rest of the people there, what else? So that's why I'm bringing up the conversation that the NSA should step up.
Okay,
I
so
don't want to blame anybody.
I've seen there's a video that was posted on social media where the NSA trying to test pitch covers, because they say there's been 3 companies so far who have done the bidding to supply pitch covers.
I think that would be beautiful.
And if it comes in time for the festive season, I'm sure we will have a couple of events at the stadium where you maybe grass and I say that conversation will be a thing of the past, because I mean we are in 2025 for crying out loud. Pitch covers shouldn't be a conversation for a country like Ghana to be having. I mean,
I mean, we've had this conversation over and over again. These are investments that once you get, I mean, you put money into, you know that there's X number of shows you can get, and so that you can clearly tell the revenue line. So I don't think it should be a conversation, but we had this conversation already. So so big ups to Zach and his team. You know, absolutely lovely. You know, the experience was good. And
Tilly Amba me her Rapaholic, right? Rapaholic.
A whole Tilly.
Oh,
then I say
only Zach Bianca.
When it's like a family, but there are other conversations around Rapaholic in Kumasi, especially with the artists that were built to perform. You realize that? Why?
No, nothing. So, Kako. No, that's what I can't sign again. I'm just breathing in and breathing out.
That's what we can.
David, what are you?
Okay. I remember saying me tweety, sir. For the sake of, I think Sack did the space. He had a space with Don Sussex. And I got on and I told him to find a way to get to the grounds early and activate on the grounds early. And the reason is that I'm basically from that place, meaning how I come up, the type of conversation that will go on. Oh, with respect to Rapaholic Accra, if you go there, some 2 or 3 media houses, have them as partners, and then eventually the Dome or whatever venue will be filled. You don't really need to do much. And I'll say much with respect to getting yourself involved fully. The team understood the job and they got to the grounds. The other side of it was Rapaholic normally don't put or highlight featured artists.
Yes, more like Sarkodie.
It's
and
a
then when you get
Sarkodie.
there, you'll be surprised in terms of who appears
exactly
on the stage.
But with the Kumasi conversation, it was exercise, especially, and I told him time is because time nature my on your promotion, it was very short. So let's also use the star power of other artists to also draw attention to it. The conversation after was any artist way anka we mama, any artist way, and that I believe it's a non-starter. A celebration of Ghana music and its ability to attract certain numbers to a specific venue. And that should be the focus. But definitely, fan base will have their conversation. And on that type of conversation, and constantly, it finds its way back onto traditional media that puts a lot of, authenticity to it. Because I was so, more radio station eating. I was so sad I'm eating radio station and they kept on pushing. Say, any artist where I can say any artist, I'm like, yo, you too.
I think it all started from when the artists started coming in for the concerts, coming to Kumasi, appearing and all that, and I almost started and then you go outside. I've forgotten the man's name. He was.
Can I say something to that?
Okay.
They are not wrong. The reason why Sarkodie will say, "Come on my show," is because he thinks you have something you are bringing. To fill a space like that, then why didn't he just, if he says he's going to announce other people or accepts that he's going to announce other people, which is away from his usual way of doing Rapaholic, then it means that he's counting on the fact that if I announce, maybe we'll fans be on more baby, maybe I won't check his saxaro, they will come.
Some 2% be from
Some
here.
2% be from here.
Here.
So if there's somebody on radio saying that it's because of this person of the, I don't think they will buy it. It's who first one is saying, you are on stage and then you didn't bring anybody.
No, but see, what you are getting wrong is after the whole thing, the conversation being like, if he wasn't there, it wouldn't have been a success.
No, but you see, that's the thing. Did it happen that way?
Did it happen that way, as in
like, was there a situation when he came? As we even sit, we don't know for sure the number of people who came, the number of people who bought tickets before this. We don't have that.
That
data.
one you can have wild guess. We need to mention wild guess because and they say seating capacity.
You cannot.
It's a wild guess.
We cannot have because the ground was very, very packed.
Yeah, the ground.
As much as for the stage, close to the stage, there was no.
We're touching the stage.
The
We only a stage anymore. We hug the stage.
The ground space. They had about 4,000 chairs there.
Oh, okay.
So that's what I'm saying. That it's 4,000 plus the 13,000 plus.
No.
Wow. 13,000 and something in the stands. So when they put it together, that's why we're saying that close to 18K.
Robert, so even the ground, at some point, it wasn't the sitting.
It was.
So what happened was those who were in front started standing. And then when you stand, then those who are seated are like, let me try for stand. Then everybody started standing on the chairs.
Oh, okay.
So I even said, like the guy who ran the chairs, by this time they cry. Because people stood on the chairs essentially, to jam. So that's the kind of level that you experience. So clearly, Charlie, at the end of the day, the people who were in front of the stage, that is your regular Rapaholic audience, 4K, thereabouts. Right now, you're going to add another 14K. You can't use yesterday's strategy, or you can't use the strategy for a different area. When you're going to stadium, you're looking for extra 14K to fill the place, and that's what they did, and they delivered. And as a matter of fact, if based on this particular strength, they know they could have done middle of the place or even next time, because you see, if they were focusing on the entire place, they would have dropped the pricing.
Yeah.
Then when you drop the pricing, because you have another tier, then you can have more people also participate. So, but at least now they know that people can pay for events and attend.
And it doesn't matter whose audience it was that's overshadowed Rapaholic. As long as we sit here,
I don't think nobody
the
any
credits
audience
they
overshadowed
go exactly.
Rapaholic.
As long as we sit here, we don't call a Rapaholic. We don't care. Those conversations are so Kwaradre Kasaba. At the end of the day, I brought you on, or you decide to join.
To add value.
Yes, you've added value.
Yes.
What is my?
I think we should also commend the
Sack Nation challenge.
I call them the Kumasi superstars, the artists from the land. KWAKU Smoke, all those boys, they did amazing. Bro. Was it a Tim's concert?
Timbaland.
Tim's. If it wasn't black, it was the brown one.
Timbaland.
It wasn't part of the invitation or what?
You just don't know.
Timbaland sponsor that event. Big ups to the whole team.
No, and Sack, come on. Sack Nation for almost out. The ones that left Accra to go and do activation in Kumasi.
Father Success, Don
Success and Co. They really pushed this thing. Like they did activation. Proper ground activation. I saw some videos where they went to the street, tried to go and activate the sound.
Now you are coming alive.
Don't from what, baby boy, to be drop crying Kusiaga.
Who do I miss my idea?
Oh, yes,
DSTV. I will have this conversation offline. Thank you very much.
DSTV deal.
Yeah, well, all the same. I think they did a lot of good to the brand, and I think the amalgamation of Sack Nation, Kumasi, Sack Nation, Accra, so add a lot of vibes. I say we are all on the same wavelengths. We are coming to join you. You know the terrain. We also know the concepts we are bringing. So now let's think of ideas on how we can activate it properly here. And it worked. It really worked. And I see Omuwe so Sack Sack Nation, Kumasi, they are having that.
But I have an issue.
Why not go have?
I have an issue. It's and I think it's not just me. When I was assuming that, and I don't have an issue with the person they chose, which is Paradise, to start the whole MCing thing. I think he did amazing. He had lots of time, and he was able to wow the crowd. He was able to ginger the place before the show even started. But my issue is, couldn't they have found somebody from an MC or high person from the land,
from Kumasi,
to do it?
Like portfolio.
Yes. Like portfolio.
Okay, so the question you should ask yourself is, was it a spur of the moment thing they had to consider because of the situations on the ground, like the rain and...
I listened to Paradise talk about how he was called. He was even there before the show started. He was called. He didn't know that he was going to be the hype man for that period, but he was told later by DJ Mensa, and then he took stage. So it's not like it was an immediate come and do it.
So the thing is,
he was called
the format of the program had to change. You understand? From the beginning, you had things in mind. It started raining. If artists are not going to come on stage almost immediately, then you have to get something going on stage until such a time when the artists were ready to come through. Because when the set of artists are ready, it's supposed to be back-to-back performances. Without breaks, so that's the reality on ground. So once things changed, obviously you would need people to step up and do other things to be able to keep the crowd entertained until the opening act originally. So
I don't want to go back and forth. Because the question would have been, so they didn't have a plan.
No, they had a plan
for a hype man.
Okay, so they had a plan.
What makes you think
that we will see an album? We see an album. No.
You just came.
Do you know where we started from?
No, baby, I want
to. What I know is that because I was on stage and mid conversation, they had a plan, but Insiono kept on changing it, and it got to a point where they were listening. Like you realize that the organizers were actually listening to the people. I'm more concerned. Some were leaving and all that, and they were listening. That Sack is tweeting, but he's not here. What's up? And I said it somewhere that Sack tweets, but now so. I think it was good and it was bad. Now I'll start from the bad part. The bad part is people felt that Shahin, like we came here to see you.
You know the traffic he did inside before he got there.
Exactly.
The traffic, Maji.
I know. But where I park for? Where I park for?
So it was crazy,
A fear. They had to carry a fear. They had to carry her. Like everywhere choke. Everywhere.
That's what I'm saying. So even if you can leave like an hour, plan say you're going to
No. You get there in like 3 hours time.
What are you talking about?
So that was the bad part of it. But the good part is that Express say or expressing the feelings, because he kept seeing videos and pictures or expressing any feeling. But they were listening to Omuti and they realized that, listen, we can't delay anymore. Let's get the man on stage right now. He's the reason why Amanfo Yi's Castle Moto tickets. Let's get the man on stage. And things will automatically change. Because I realized that at a point, Efia was about to get on stage and they had to take her back. And who else? There was this Jackie. They had to, because I was saying, change sequence change the whole sequence. So more fanche or can say
things were bad, but Charlie, they did extremely well.
It was a good show.
Because the rain also messed up some of the controllers.
Exactly.
Charlie, it's not a joke.
3 mixers.
Yeah.
3 mixers.
Not a joke.
And when we say in Shonitoria, because it was on the most of the cables were running on the Titan tracks. And in show cable, it's a different conversation altogether. I'm just happy. Wow. I'm just happy say Auntie before for a while, but I mean, all in all, Charlie, in Shannon Komasako, therefore allowing himself to say Obetie Asem, because some artists would still want to be in their bubble and would say, time not doing tea, or they're trying, and
the rain. I think that after the third one, he said, do like the store big Accra, and then he came back again. Then I'm like, they first start put the people up, because if you say you're waiting.
And you see the annoying thing. I have a feeling this weekend it will not rain there.
Say the next day, rain.
The next day, rain.
The sun was smiling.
The next day, the team, no rain. One say crimes. But anyway, Adam, welcome.
Thank you.
Everything cool.
Everything.
But he will not talk about SAC. It's okay.
Everything cool, man.
For being late, they will remember 1 minute on this one. Yes.
For me, I think that it was a beautiful, event in Kumasi by Sarkodie and the team. Sarkodie is from the Ashanti region, Drasun Kwanta, and has always claimed the Kumasi. But he decided that this time around, I really want to touch base, and he touched base, like they would say, bigly. It was an amazing touch base, looking at the programs he organized, the work, the activation, the dialogue, and wrapping everything up with the concerts. It was amazing, and I really think that, like he said in one of the interviews, that he has a lot of high numbers from Kumasi when it comes to streaming, and I'm sure that this is even going to double it, because this has built some strong bond and trust for the people, because now they know that our own has really showed up for us, so we're also going all out for him. And I think this is a beautiful thing. Every artist needs a very strong brand community, and for him to have some here in Accra and have some there in Kumasi is a beautiful thing. So he needs to nurture that base there to ensure that it grows, and by so doing, it's going to make him reign for very long, very relevant for very long. And I think that this was a very good initiative, and big ups to all the artists who supported. And I was really amazed with the kind of impact and support Shatta brought to this Rapaholic coming from. Taking the on-ground transportation with Shagzy was really a beautiful thing and a good business strategy. And I think that, a lot of love went into, doing this for Sarkodie, and I'm sure he's also appreciated Shatta Wale for doing that for him. So, I want to say that big up to all those who played the role, Nabil Al-Hassan, Bulldog, the SAC team, the SAC Nation, the artists. They really did a good job. So, big shouts to them.
Adam, thanks a lot. And we are hitting our stories this morning. It's an insult that I've never won an award. Guess who is speaking right now?
Well, where I'm coming from there, Charlie, I've always believed there's some sort of cabal running the system.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I won't lie to you.
The music industry?
Of course, bro.
Which cabal is that?
Creative.
I feel
creative
like...
entire industry.
Exactly. I feel like there's that industry, and then there is my industry. And my industry is the fans that support me every day. You get what I mean? We've put in work. I was following your stories. Very interesting, and I can relate, because industry need a fake, bro. It's fake, bro.
How?
It's fake. I don't know what they want to see in an artist before they'll give him his due. Well, where I'm coming from there, Charlie, I've always believed there's some sort of cabal running the system.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I won't lie to you.
The music industry?
Of course, bro. Of course, bro.
Which cabal is that?
Creative.
I feel
Creative
like
entire industry.
Exactly. I feel like there's that industry and then there is my industry. And my industry is the fans that support me every day. You get what I mean? I mean, we put in work.
No,
I was following your stories. Very interesting, and I mean I can relate because industry need a fake, bro. It's fake, bro.
How?
It's fake. I don't know what they want to see in an artist before they'll give him his due.
This is Hitz.
Angels breath, yeah, listen to the boy spit, boisterous. Flow the way Kramukomu say joystick. Rapping over bank, I made.
Describe it as an insult that he's never won an award throughout his career. Speaking on Daybreak Hits with my sweet sister Doreen Avio and Kwame Dadzi, the rapper claimed that there was a cabal. There's a cabal in the music system. I'm going to control Bibi. Yes. Bibi.
There's the Mesa
The Mesa of the subject. Now he said, I've had 2 nominations. But I just feel like it's a way they just want to tap me on the back and go like, we see you. But I mean, it's quite an insult for someone like me to be around now and then no award has been awarded to me because this is Obibini we are talking about. I'm the Shakespeare in this thing. Bam, mic drops. Well, Obibini's statement, as Robert did here,
Tilly.
PR of the was given to her. Was it Tilly the Enkasa? PR. What are you?
Over to you, July. Why
you know award that guy?
Why? Unfortunately, I don't give award.
Why you know time why you
There's a system responsible for award presentation.
You know? So why
are you insulting him?
Why what?
Are you insulting him?
Me.
He said it's an insult.
That he hasn't won an award.
But I didn't say I'm insulting him.
I mean, the you know me you.
That he doesn't.
Yes.
As he don't get the award. Why that insult?
Which insult?
He no get.
From your award scheme, that is simple. Why they use your
Wasan,
mouth insult them the whole this years?
Oh, how?
You mean what?
You know, not get.
Wasan.
Okay.
The silence for me.
Your person can answer the only three.
No, I mean that you the talk. You the talk. It mean that you the talk.
You person say Wasan as a day.
You see, when he was here,
yeah.
Kwame asked a question in front of me, and I gave an answer to him so that he would respond. Right now, this is me versus you, so I don't know what you want me to say.
You be 7% say Wasan.
Mo per se. Who is the mo?
More man award. Or no, can say more man award. An award for no.
Is that what you think?
Say oh no, can insult and into the man I insult and say Wasan no.
But you are the one saying no.
Me bisa.
Who bisa why?
I don't know question.
Who are you
why
asking
me?
So you right now, why are you asking him?
Yeah, why are you asking me?
First of all, are you the host?
I want to understand.
You want to understand.
Why you don't get award?
Why you want to understand why you don't get award?
Yeah,
well, I can explain to you how people don't get award.
Okay.
So what was the reason why people don't get award?
People don't get award because so there are two sides. We have certain awards that are honorary.
Yeah.
Well, 3. So some of the awards are determined by Academy and the board, and other awards are determined by Academy board and the general public. So if you don't have the votes from any of the blocks, so in terms of Academy board and general public in a particular category, then you will not win. That's all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if in the categories where is the academy and the board, if you don't have their votes, then you will not win. It just means that somebody is selected over you if you are nominated. But at the end of the day, once you're nominated, it also means that in the whole year, or the year under review, if you are top 10 or top 6, then it means that the whole country, with respect to this particular category, from the perspective of the scheme, these are the top folks within that particular category. Essentially, that's what it is. So that is how people don't win.
Okay.
Yeah, and how people win. Okay. That's all.
Before I jump to Tilly, let me add the other part of the conversation. Obibini also talked about the industry, and he calls it fake. Now, he says he expressed his frustration with the state of the music industry, and he described it as fake and unfair to artists. Now, he believes that for the rap sector of our Ghana music, it has been stifled because of how they've been sidelined in everything with respect to awards and everything. He calls the whole thing as fake. Let's listen to Obibini Boafo.
From there, Charlie, I've always believed there's some sort of cabal running the system. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I won't lie to you.
The music industry?
Of course, bro. Yes, and the work we've put in, and I mean, it's not like many brew will be anything of that. So I just want what is mine. Yeah. You get what I mean? And these people don't want to have that happening.
Are you talking about awards?
Everything, though. Everything.
Have you won any award?
I think I've had 2 nominations.
Nominations?
Yeah.
No award.
In which categories?
Well, always it has to be the rapper. Was it best rap performance? Yeah. But I just feel like it's a way they just want to tap me on the back and go like, yeah, we see you. But I mean, it's quite an insult for someone like me to be around now and then no award has been awarded to me. You go, I mean, because this is what we've been talking about. I'm the Shakespeare of this thing.
Wow. This is Hitz.
Well,
the issue of promoting.
I mean, I won't lie to you.
The music industry?
Of course, bro.
Which cabal is that?
I feel
creative
like
entire industry.
Exactly. I feel like there's that industry, and then there is my industry. And my industry is the fans that support me every day. You get what I mean? I mean, we've put in work. I was following your story. It's very interesting, and I mean, I can relate because industry need a fake, bro. It's fake, bro.
How?
It's fake. I don't know what they want to see in an artist before they'll give him his due.
This is Hitz.
How fake is the industry? Tilly Tales, how fake is this industry?
Very fake. Very, 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 very fake. Can you imagine?
For fake.
As an artist like Obibini, where he do song, where he submit a song, or possibly TJ may say, nah, this song is so good. So let's put it in the best rap performance category, where them nominate you. Somebody where it's not in this industry somewhere, but the industry, that fake industry, found a way to say, nah, this work in this industry there is good. So let's bring it in our industry, recognize it. And then that rap category part, of course, it is not, I think it's not open to the public. Right? Is it open to the public?
No, it's not. It's open
it's technical. So they brought people that know rap. As a matter of fact, he wasn't the only person that was in that category. They brought other people there. And they said, you know what, judge this particular one. And they didn't put him together with dancehall artists. They put him together with equal Shakespeareans like him. People who also write, people who rap. Almost saw my say on birthday a promo intino. Almost rap almost 16 hours. And this a presenter can say, oh, Casano, they can rap. They are going head to head against people like this. Then finally, you did not win. Maybe once or twice, you went through the same process. You did not win. Now, the same people that gave your work recognition, the same fake industry that gave your work recognition and added it, because you did not win in Tino. Fake. We understand. We hear. So does that mean that the next time his project gets through to it and finally wins,
that is not fake?
The award be fake?
No, it's not fake. Because you've done the needful.
So if it goes for him, the award be original.
Yes.
And
but the other artists that work equally like him and probably surpassed him in that regard, when they get it, it is fake.
Yes.
I understand.
You're okay with that?
Yeah, I'm very okay. Why not?
Zio.
So, is this type of conversations that would bite you in the back after a period of time?
He's very decent. Like, I would have said it straight and regretted later. I don't know why.
No, but like, come to think of it, we sit here and you let me tackle Obibini, then I'll generalize it a bit. So you submitted your project or you got nominated. In one of the list of nominations and people he went against, I'll just try to put it out. He's been against Ochami Kwame, Sarkodie, Floking Stone, Eno Baroni, KWAKU Smoke, Lyrical Joe, and himself. In one of the nominations he had as best rap performance and all that. See, as Robert rightly said, even if you gain nomination, it's a win, because when the conversation starts about rappers, rappers in the country, you know that all these people, you're part of this. But as soon as you don't win, and then you come back and say the industry is fake. And from him, it looks like he's created his own industry with his fans. From the audio you said. So the people who are pulling the strings, the people who are making things happen, the people who are giving Ghanaian artists the recognition, you're calling them fake. People who are sugarcoating your success to you, you're okay with them because they are your fans. People who don't tell you the truth, you're okay with them.
Hey,
because you feel...
I'm a fan, don't say things that... What lie are we lying to the guy?
So that one
there. Award. That be all. We know the like give him. He be good rapper. So he deserve the award.
He deserve over who?
We don't care who is over.
Yes. So if you don't care, then you are not getting it. Because as part of the things to look out for or to win an award, you need to be consistent. You need to be in our ears. You can't just drop a song, no matter how good the song is, and just go and sleep. No.
It's not true. For that category, it is not about how big the song is. Is it part of it? PR.
For best rap performance.
Best rap performance. Do we consider how big the song is?
No, it's about the artist.
It's technical. Yeah, so when he drops the song, we the fans, we not for do much. We
for do what?
No, we the stream give up because, but the technical.
But the technical people have decided not to. That you haven't gotten there.
But what you said, oh, Bossu, come on.
If you are not there, you're Bossu,
you
David
said
Tilly,
no. He's there. So it's not about how big
you've gotten the nomination. The people who are supposed to select and say this person deserves it are selected before fra. Why are you complaining?
No, but what you said before, you said that what your opinion, you have not been there, and I'm saying that it doesn't matter because that song, that particular category, it's not about how big you were the year under review or how popular. That's why I asked him. It's about popularity to know. It's technical.
I get it. No.
If he drop him as demo for a room per way he submits, when they listen to it and it is good enough. Fine. How active he was the year under review doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
No, but it should
give me punchline, it's okay.
No, let's be real here. And I love his rap.
I like.
Oh, but there's no...
Robert, can we get some quick education on this one? With respect to best rap performance, does it also follow the same voting pattern as the other categories?
Yeah, well, this time the voting is being done by the academy and what do you call it?
The board.
The board. Yes, not the general public.
So how big the song is doesn't matter.
No, it's not about popularity.
It's purely technical.
It's not
has it been like that since?
Yeah.
Always, boss.
It's not based on how popular the song
is.
Fake no, you can
only.
So if Obibini is saying it's fake, then he believes that the people who vote for that category they've not been fair to him. That's what one way or the other.
No, but if you put it that way, then we ask ourselves, why no one on any compete here? And what materials did they submit?
Okay.
You can't just come out and say people are fake like that. If it's just your project, and they're fine, but you're competing with somebody, definitely. Even
if it's just your project that for voting, people can decide to vote for it or vote against it.
Yes. And you are voting against it.
Can just make Kacha say you're not part of the Obibini towns.
Make sure I was to catch you. But I'm just saying, so he's a good rapper, and I think the industry conversation about the industry is fake and we should put that to rest. We have conversations like this and then we'll come back to bite you in the back. We know people who are waiting for industry appeal.
It will not bite us in the back.
We will not agree. This conversation will not die. We're not in the same world, and then JC went to stand on stage because his wife no win album of the year. An entire Grammy, a whole JC went to stand on stage talking like this, like somebody taking baby in wife in lollipop from me, and a whole JC because your wife no win album. Meanwhile, your wife is the most awarded Grammy winner in the world. Oh, see, because it doesn't make sense.
Go take somebody.
How much more Obibini where you never win before? Masa?
Yo.
Maybe times we can feel the
So you're encouraging him to go on?
Yes.
When you're Grammy way and now who say yes, the industry players are important.
Masa. And by the way, JC Kasaya, I think it's the next year they really winning album or something like that. Or winning.
And you think it's because of what he said?
Yeah, one Kasao we don't care.
You need to.
No, but I think we need on the serious note, we need to educate some of us and the artists as well. The industry is here, or the people in the industry are there to support your craft. The looking down on the industry is the same as though you are looking down on your craft, because at any point or at some point in your career, you need the same industry players or the industry to push your craft to people for them to listen. You need the industry players, that's event organizers, to put you on shows for people to know that this and this and that. You need the industry to talk about you. Sometimes you even need the industry to select or vote for you to be able to be considered in certain award schemes. We are talking about Grammy here, Grammy that. The industry players are very vital in this, especially those on the Grammy board and all that. So we should mind how we talk in respect to the industry and the people in the industry.
There's a segment called Critical Acclaim. Critical Acclaim basically talks about your industry's endorsement of your own works over the period.
Thank you.
And these things usually it counts when it comes to international award schemes, so to say. So I'm just trying to highlight what he's saying with respect to industry people and their endorsement, because then the critical acclaim looks at, and you can look for it, and then you try to appreciate how that thing works. It contributes to some of these international recognitions because they have to make reference points, and that's where that particular thing comes from. So there's a huge role in there. I understand where the feeling is coming from, because obviously, once you put in a lot of work, you expect that you should get the necessary nod you're looking for. But then again, we also understand because it's some way. It's some way.
You put in a lot and you're expecting something, and then at the end of the day, you dress, you put on your suit. They ask you at the red carpet, who are you wearing? And you have my man telling you look amazing. You enter and then you are not amazing anymore.
No, you look amazing.
You look amazing.
Say they look.
You look. But for you to feel amazing.
We know not you still look amazing.
The look is good. Like you said, you don't have to look like your problems. But in any case, I think the reality is that he's a good artist, and nobody can take that away from him. And it's just probably a matter of time. Just a matter of time.
That guy, Akasa, he has a future in dancehall too. Yeah. Yeah.
Who?
Obibini.
Yeah, he loves dancehall. The song he did with Stonebwoy, he had some.
True.
I mean, he said it himself that
it's a little bit
side rap.
He
loves dancehall.
Radio edit.
I mean, I think that at times you may think that everyone is against you, but I mean, if you look deep into it, you realize that no, that is not it. Maybe there are some things you yourself need to do to be able to, change that narrative. Because I don't think someone would decide to, hate Obibini for anything in the industry. I don't know what encounters he has had that makes him feel so, but I want to believe that it goes beyond that. And I'm sure that there has been times some of his fans have even, spoken to him about how they want to see a lot of consistency from him among others. And I think that he really needs to put in a lot of work. That is what I'll say. Because the talent is there. The talent, you get them. But how you go use the talent and add other things to the talent to give you that overall acceptance is where the challenge is. Because you need to. it's a brand you are building, and there are stages. So if you are not able to fulfill all the stages, there will be problems. And some of the stages you don't need to allow it to happen. You need to engineer it. And in some of the stages, you need to allow it to happen. You understand? So if you get to a certain stage where you need to engineer and you don't engineer and you want it to happen, it not go happen for you. If you get to that point where you need to allow it to happen and you are going to force to engineer, it not go be for you. So, I mean, he needs to sit with his team and look at what they are doing right and what they are not doing right. Because for him to get nominations, I mean, it's a testament of the fact that his works have been accepted. Now, the final part, according to the Grammy nominations Rocky has had, he's had all of these nominations, but it's left with the final part. So that's the winning. So I think together with his team, they need to do a lot of introspection and look at what they need to add up to his craft for him to get that needed attention. I don't think anybody hates him. He's a fantastic rapper.
And the industry is not fake.
Fantastic talent.
Yeah.
I don't think it's fake because he's enjoyed the industry before. I mean, when there was a lot of support for him in terms of his labels.
Now, why are you not supporting now? Why are you not
I don't
supporting?
even remember the last time I mean, the last time I got to know
because
of
you are managing because you are managing a gospel artist, you don't listen to secular music.
The last
is
time,
that what you are trying to say?
No, the last time I saw his
why
project,
are you not supporting?
I reached out to him to do a story for him, and I mean, spoke about. I've not seen a lot of action from his point. One of the fun day, I don't know what was the last project and activity they did aside the project. She'll be able to tell us. What was the last activity?
Please, it's your time to do submission.
You understand? So we want to see more action. I mean, at times when we see more action from him,
the frequency, no form.
That be the thing. We need a lot of consistency from his side, and I think that consistency will overshadow the hate.
Okay.
I'm fine. Say you come by force.
Anyway. Lots of businessmen have lost interest in Ghana's creative space, and Ashes is the one speaking. Renowned artist manager and entertainment pundit Nana Poku Ashes has stated that the lack of business structure is driving investors away from Ghana's creative sector. How true is this? Well, he says it's forcing artists to become dependent on government support. Speaking during Ghana WebEx Spaces discussion, Ashes stated that many businessmen have been forced to pull out of investing in artists due to no definite pathway on how to recoup their investment. He said that a lot of structures are not in place. A lot of businessmen have lost interest in our space. If I'm a businessman and I want to invest money into a craft and I call 10 people to give me a business plan, 8 out of 10 people will not be able to tell me how I'll make my money back, he said. Now, according to Ashes, the existing revenue streams are insufficient. How are they going to make the money back? Would they depend on the shows? How many shows are they going to play? Streaming is not enough and royalties don't work. So if someone is investing in $1 million, how is the person going to get the money back, he asked. The entertainment pundit attributed this failure to the collapse of a system designed to protect and monetize creative works. Nana Poku Ashes on the creative sector. In fact, I saw this article on social media, and the person who shared it says, ingratitude of artists is the reason why investors are running away. But anyway, we have our team here, and I think I'll start with you, Adam. Actually, speaking on investment in the creative sector. Sure.
For me, some investors will go. It's not even only in the creative world. I mean, there are a lot of sectors. I mean, yearly you have some invested exits, some coming. You understand? If you go to the sports industry, it's happening. If you go to the retail markets, everywhere, awards section, some will go, some will come. Because as we are speaking right now, Joe Metal has expanded his Reverb Studio. I mean, a new edifice at Soweto, where he's relaunching today. And if you look at what he had when the studio started from Osu to Weja to here, you see that there's an expansion where now he has a main studio, has a rehearsal studio, recording studio, launches, and areas people can sleep, main control room, among others. So I'm sure that if that space of the industry is not bringing him a lot of money, he wouldn't have gone on to expand, because it's a bigger edifice than he started. What it means is that he's seeing some level of improvement or some level of need to invest because it is financially rewarding. There's somebody who is because it's an ecosystem, the industry, there's somebody who is at a certain aspect of the industry, like maybe ticketing, who feel like, oh, there's a lot happening. There's somebody who is maybe at the production end. There's somebody who is at the promotion end. It may be that you will not get everything perfect. And it may be as a result of reasons, different reasons. Some will be investment gone bad into a certain artist, or some dishonesty, or somebody not fulfilling his part of the bargain. And you meet, even in those days, it happens. You meet the Despies and all those producers, and they will tell you how some artists were ungrateful to them. Some of the artists too will tell you how some of the executive producers took advantage of them. Those dynamics are there. And I think that it's about what you have to do. How you play your cards. I want to make it individualistic, that if somebody comes to invest in your area or invest in you, you need to be honest, accountable, because at times there are situations in the industry where people are not truthful to each other. If that happens, it will scare others from coming in. They will not go and tell a better story about the industry. So the industry players also need to check themselves with some of their behavior. Because if somebody brings his money, you tell him, I can give you these deliverables, and at the end of the day, you are not able to give him. No investor is a Father Christmas. They will move away. But that does not also mean that the industry is not worth investing in, because there are some positive potentials the industry holds, and others have invested, and they've made some good returns on their investments, and they are still even investing. Talk about RNQ. RNQ.
Yeah, Richard.
Yeah, his collaboration with Lynx Entertainment. You understand? So, people are investing, people are moving out. It has happened in every sector. There is no sector that does not, see that. It's not as if the industry is collapsing, everybody is running away. No. People are moving out, people are coming in. But I want to say that we need to be honest, accountable, and transparent with whoever and wherever people come to invest.
I think we should look at it from general investment into the country, number one, and also the number of investment or the investors that are moving into specific sectors, i.e. maybe any other sector, as against that of the entertainment sector. Are we having investors coming into our sector less than other sectors? Is it so? Let me start with Robert. Generally, investment organ to saying, are we having? Is this even a conversation? What's he having?
It's a conversation worth having any day, anytime, because once we talk about an industry, the fundamental thing there is about economic exchange of value, and so exchange of value really is an economic activity, and we need investment to be able to ensure that particular activity runs. And so for me, I always want to point out when it comes to conversation about the industry that there are four legs that these things depend on. The first one is the artists, so the artists will do their bit, and that is leg one. But the second leg has to do with the businesses that run that particular sector. So the various businesses, so when it comes to the event organizers, when it comes to radio stations, when all of these are businesses that, basically add up to the value chain within the space. And then you come to the business professionals. So the professionals who are within the space, all the accounting, all the artist managers, brand managers, people doing the artworks, all of these folks, they play a solid key role in that particular space. And then you come to the fourth. The fourth has to do with the support system. Basically, things that you cannot do for yourself, but it's supposed to be done for you. So macroeconomic elements, like government stepping into the pace, stability, interest rate, that whole thing. Now, as it stands, for people, so when you have issues with structures, you have issues with operational activities, and then you have issues with perception, then that is when you have, so all of these things impede or prevent people from actually investing. And the kind of problem we have in our sector is multifaceted in that particular way. Okay. So all of these things have a role to play. The artists themselves, they have a role to play. Yeah, because at the end of the day, some people make statements which makes the investors feel like at the end of the day, if you are in it and then you don't see how we can make money, why should I invest? That is one. There are others who are saying that, okay, yeah, they're making money, so then they give people, a good reason why you want to invest. Then they also go to the next level. Show me clearly how I can get back my money. And then you also have issues with that. Why? Because at the end of the day, and we see when it comes to royalties, there is it's the number one thing that needs to be solved. Because royalties will deal with your future earnings. Yeah. And once you are dealing with your future earnings, if I put 20 cedis in this particular project, by next year or two, I'm supposed to get 40 cedis. And so this takes care of that kind of stuff. But when the royalties are not guaranteed, then it means that you're supposed to focus on only shows. And shows, you can't predict, like the predictability of shows in terms of revenue from that particular area has question marks. If you are able to monetize your image to that extent, then you can get some value from endorsements. But if you don't get that and it's not guaranteed, then what does it mean? You understand? So these are things that investors are literally always looking into. That is, if I have passion for music and I want to put money into, because I have the money, but there are other things fighting for my attention. There's agriculture fighting for my attention. There's treasury bills that if I put my money into, I just go and sleep. At the end of the year, the figure I'm supposed to get, I'll get it. No stress. There's no conversation. There's nothing like come and see. I don't even need to make any discussion about anything. The money will come. So if I look at that particular option and it works for me, I'd rather go there. So investment comes with understanding of the space, payback period, and even the stress that you go through. If you feel like Charlie is worth your time, you want to be able to go into it or not. And then so these are the things. There's a conversation about what do you call it? Banks collateralizing people's publishing. You understand the royalties that you're supposed to be getting. So you have your future earnings, and then you can clearly show that this is what you've been earning over the past year, and then you can talk to a bank, and then the bank says that, okay, so this is the regular cash inflows, the cash flow, so therefore you warrant this and that kind of stuff. Yeah. All of these things exist, but if the structures are not in place, it's difficult for these things to happen. So what Ashes is calling for or describing is not just a matter of people don't want to, it's also because there are structural challenges and there are things that they need to be able to see in order to encourage them to put their money in, because people want to get back their money when they put it in, and they want to get back their money with some interest.
So in general, people feel safer investing in other sectors than the creative sector where the structures are not properly. But whose responsibility? And I like it when you talked about the royalty system. In our case, what is the best way around it?
It's not a one. It's multifaceted. It requires multiple approach to solving the problem, because the problems are plenty. You understand? The problems are plenty, and we need everybody playing their role. But if you take royalty system, for example, I have always said that any day you are not earning, if you put out a song and you are not earning, it means that somebody is using your stuff for free.
For free, yeah.
And if the person is using your stuff for free, why don't you care? You must care enough to want to get your money from whoever is using it. And if there's an institution there responsible for ensuring that you get your money or you get your money's worth, then why are you not asking that particular institution to do what they're supposed to do. So from GAMRO and then to the Copyright Office. As a matter of fact, the day I discovered that the Copyright Office is supposed to have a monitoring team responsible for enforcing the royalties collections and stuff like that, then I'm like, at the end of them, I'm like, no, we need to even stop blaming GAMRO, because the team responsible for enforcing that particular law is the Copyright Office.
For music usage and all that.
It's there. The monitoring is there. It's there in the articles. I read it. I'm like, dude, you know. And we
all along it be you people.
Therefore, do you know, they act again warrants for them to set up a tribunal, so that if for any reason there's something that has to be dealt with, piracy whatsoever, it will, you know, take care of it. So that you can take care of it, you know, back to back without any issues whatsoever. So the things are there. But they are not doing it. And so we need to get them to do it. And I believe the artists have got one of the biggest voices in this country. They speak and it echoes in the corridors of power. If artists came together and they said that this is what we want to address within a period of 3 months, everybody and anybody who's within the space will respond. Because from tweets to interviews to whatsoever, they will literally shake the system and it will be fixed. You understand?
But they careless.
I don't get why they are not taking that part. Yeah, because you see, pension contribution. Anybody within the formal sector has an automatic contribution and pension contribution. If you are within the formal sector, if you are in the informal sector, you will have to make that decision yourself to be able to make the contribution to SNIT so that you can get that. Otherwise, when you are above your 60 years, you are not doing anything. Money is coming from nowhere. Yeah. But royalties is that guarantee. Because you can literally depend on that for as long as you exist, and it goes on to your kids. Like after you are dead, 70 years or so, you still have royalties coming through. So it's something that you need to solve, because once you're not solving, then you are just opening up yourself for people to, you know, like it's like you endorsing piracy.
Well, I meet a lot of artists, and I ask them most of the time this question. They like, oh, me, I have some. They deal with some foreign revenue collection agency and all that. I mean, is that also
the foreign revenue collection agency whatsoever? They collect from across the world.
Yes,
they don't collect from your country. Your country is your primary market. The rest of the world is your secondary. So you need to be able to fix what is within your primary market. Do you understand? In a proper setting, by this time, you realize the number of radio stations who are playing Sarkodie songs throughout for about 2 to 3 weeks during the party. Yes, you can imagine the amount of royalties it's supposed to get. You can imagine, you know, because at the end of the day, the streaming numbers will hit, but just think about what revenue he would make from radio stations, you know, during this particular period. You understand? And so that's what I'm saying. All of these things matter. You know, so your primary market, you have to deal with that and you have to solve it. And I think for me, every artist must care enough, not just by feeling, but must care enough by taking action to ensure that this thing is resolved, because it is their insurance against the future.
Tilly, what is the Japan war?
On the road, Ghana, I was distributing in your hunting.
Now, more can they about?
Question a day. Topic near there, Casa.
There be more can they about your royalty system, no, I see.
So the investments.
Yeah.
Then come on is investment.
On investment, but I wanted to know your artist at the Japan.
About royalty system in Ghana.
Oh, she has an artist.
Yeah.
Oh, she's an artist manager.
Yeah.
We have to change the title.
No. Wait. Give me next week, because
to change your title.
There's something on the horizon. So
there was ever be dropping on our fat.
No. There's something on the horizon. Very, very near horizon. It's in a battle.
Okay. If I break down that word, it means who is rising.
Yeah. So I think for him, he hasn't even reached the part where his song makes any impact to that level to probably say, oh, monitor it. And you know, as part of the process to get your money from GAMRO, you must show evidence of the song being used, as in being played. So usually the last time I spoke to Anchor X, there has to be, that's why some artists, when they see that somebody's playing that, so they record it, video, so the use of the song as part of saying that, oh, I'm going to claim my song is being played, show that evidence. So for now,
the individual doesn't have to show evidence. So.
No, that's what
they do monitoring, so they are responsible for monitoring, and then they use based on the monitoring, like the results of the monitoring. That's what they use in doing the calculation.
But because the monitoring is CP, so when you are going, at least you have proof that yes, my song is enjoying some play on the airwaves. Just in case their monitoring system has not caught on to that yet, then you have evidence of it. But he has I think because he's now trying to find his feet here in Ghana, I say he's doing more of the online one, pushing it online. You know, hopefully once we plug ourselves here, well,
you focus on that.
Of course. Like I hope I want to say, watch out the money song.
But with respect to investment,
yes.
What's your take on it?
Yes, I think investment remains one of our biggest problems in the industry, this particular industry, especially because our industry is music-led. So when you sit with artists, I think one of the big problems for them is investment. When you talk to if I get money, if I get this, if I get that, if I get this. Now the conversation now becomes the few who have that financial support, or the few who do things and get that financial benefit that an investor probably wants to know. How often do they have access to those kind of information to even make an informed decision? You will sit with a movie producer. They are telling you, oh, movie it was good. How much did you make? Box office call. Me for number beyond Toso. So you are there and you're like, yeah, you said it was good. How much did you make? Because you can sit here in Ghana and we know how some movie did in box office Hollywood.
Opening weekend.
So I'm just adding to that.
Please do.
And that is why we need the professionals, like the business professionals in the space, so that they are able to give you clarity on, if you put, this is what I've been able to achieve when we invested $10,000 or 10,000 Ghana cedis. This has been the result. If you put 50,000 into this particular project, I'll be able to market in 7 more areas, and we, based on this particular data, we are expecting to get another 500 people watching, which will translate to this. So if you have 50,000, we can amplify our impact and be able to generate this amount of money. So what it means is that we can pay you back in 1 year. And your amount of money you'll be making, this is your principal, we'll give you that, and then the interest is this amount, and it's even higher than maybe treasury bills rate or so, that kind of stuff. They're like, okay, good.
It makes a lot of business sense.
Good. So that kind of language, that is what we are supposed to be speaking.
Exactly. However, even those that have that kind of system that works for them, you know, in this industry, not everybody is not seen top. People actually have structures that work for them. I'm sure certain organizations have been able to stay consistent now because they have found ways to make things work in spite of the industry being in shambles. But even for them, when you ask them questions like, so how did you get this? How did this, or how much did you make from this? Or even the loss. I think one person that will probably tell you how much he's losing or how much he's making. They make him crown but how much he's losing is George Quay for his stage production. He will tell you how much he's investing, how much he's losing, but how much he's making in where you start properly for you. And I think all of those information will make the industry a bit more attractive for investors, because with the example you gave with the farming thing, right now the farmer will say they know that the cocoa price, a bag now is 3,000 and something amount. They know what they are going in for. They know that if I invest like this, there's a potential I will get this if all the elements are okay. So how come your industry, I don't have anything I'm looking on to say, okay, even if I want to invest in this production in this kind of magnitude, so even if it's the film sector, if I want to do this, how much does a weekend of premiering at the Silverbird Cinemas, if you want to even do Silverbird at the West Hills, and how much do you even make if we fill all this? Because the cinemas, they all have numbers of seats there and the amounts. So averagely, how much do you make? Like such information, I don't know why we have this way of protecting everything. That's sometimes I feel like if we are open a bit about it, it can help. It will give somebody the confidence to say, okay, then I have some money here that I probably don't have any for immediately. Let me see if I can do this investment. But there's no, investors literally have no, and you know the reason why this conversation is important. It's not just about investors not coming, it's about investors leaving as well. That is also a problem.
The few ones left.
Yes.
So we are not attracting, and then
the
we
ones
are
that
also
come in, the one that take the leap of faith to think that the industry is good, when they come, they realize, hey,
make her go back.
Make her go. Make her come out for this corner. And I have a typical example of somebody like that I know.
The person go.
The person enter because the embellishment in our sector be too much. So it enter with, hey.
Okay, I'm sorry. you open the door. Okay, I'm sorry.
Wait. What's your say? So it's not just about they not coming. It's about the few the ones that have faith. When they come to, they are not able to stay. Because once again, there isn't transparency enough in our sector.
And that's a different conversation.
Another. There is no transparency.
But I beg, all said and done, it's a lucrative industry if you are able to understand the space.
Yes.
And so anybody who is willing to invest, I think the first thing is understand the space, and then you would clearly understand how you can make your money. I mean, if you check on the principles of investment, one of them is for you to understand the space in which you're going into. It's one of the key things. I think that if they do understand, they'll know exactly how to put things in its right perspective. As a matter of fact, if we had more business folks within the space, I'm sure all these Gamro conversations and stuff would have been sorted out, because if you're expecting your money to come from Gamro, you the businessman, you could treat things differently. Yeah. If an institution is supposed to, be up and running, and copyright office
the level of advocacy,
Charlie, you could change.
But you made mention of a point. You said perception, and perception is also one of the things, the key things, especially if people feel and if you have artists or players in the system saying or talking about the industry that Charlie, we said be the same like that. It's also one of the things that also drives investors away. Now,
let me give you an example. I think one of the bad conversations that happened was for an artist, and I think it was Shatta that had that conversation. That's Odin Nisikabe Ebe shares a new more video called What's your say? Meanwhile, there are a lot of artists out there who are going around asking for investors to support their videos, asking for brands to say, oh, put your something in this particular video because I can give you this eyeballs for you to make this, that kind of thing. So if you are a lead in the sector, you sit or you make public. If you even think it's just a dream, but you make public the fact that even you, that's the thing revolves around you. It is your career. It is your way of making money. Even you don't see that worth enough and you put it out there.
What's the octave in your voice? Why are you pitching up?
A pin. Yeah, I don't know. The pin. She's speaking out of
but
the
I
pin.
think that one, there are two sides to it.
I asked him.
There are two sides to it. Because you see, Bulldog also said that it feels a visualizer is enough.
It's more effective in this day and age than a music video.
So if you have a certain Shatawale also saying that do the video, but don't put all of your money, like don't spend so much money, on the video.
Okay.
There's also a reason.
So because that conversation would have been full if you say that as an artist, I will not put money in music video, but I'll consider visualizers. So that one, anybody listening knows that you are talking from a point where you have studied.
Are you saying he said you shouldn't put money in the video at all?
No, he said he will not put that much money.
Yeah,
and he gave another option. And or contradicting with.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is that once you say much money, then you are referring to the limit to which he is willing to go.
There's a cap.
Yes, you understand what I'm saying? Yeah, and there are also positives in that particular light, because sometimes you're an up and coming act. You don't have all your money. You invest so much, and you don't have any investors, so to say, whatsoever. And then your question is, how are you going to get back your money? yes, it can raise your reputation, image going up there, and all of that. You put it out on YouTube.
Yeah.
When are you going to get back your money? So it's a
But
conversation.
is it a sustainable plan or something?
So that's the question. Is this
That's why.
you understand?
But you see,
so it's
this particular is
the conversation.
peculiar because he was talking about himself and his crafts.
Okay, so
What
you
you're
are valuing it on the value of him as an artist and his level.
His level and the kind of
the influence that he will ultimately a changing narrative.
An investor's mind. Not necessarily even for the young artist who is struggling. If a young artist is struggling, or if somebody like Bulldog who invests in talents, or probably invest in talent says that, oh no, I would rather see this one as a more profitable thing to do as compared to this. And you know what Bulldog did? He compared something to it and gave you why this to him with the current scope of things in the industry, this will be better. But if you as an artist, that's when we say top 3, top 2, top, you are among, any top will be able to go top, we do among. Say
top.
That the top was top. You say for me, for myself, I would not do this. Like I will use this money for that. It doesn't really put your business, even your own business, in the good light for a possible investor who might probably want to give you the same amount that you are not willing to use for yourself.
That's why I put it to
So
Kidney.
at the end of the day, when you say an investor coming to invest in a video, then the question is, how is the investor going to get back their money? So that still stands, because if you are going to put X amount, if you can put 10,000, and then you are willing to put in 100,000, you manage to convince the person. The question is, how is the person going to get back the 100,000?
Exactly.
And over what period? So it is
look
worth
at the options.
the conversation.
Placement. You can do covert.
Okay.
You can do covert advertising in the video.
But that's different.
Where people can do placement.
Yeah, but that is advertising. That's different from the investment that is going into the project.
Yeah, so I'm talking about, you are talking about how the investor will make his money back.
Yeah, no, but that's different from the investor. Like separate the two. What you can do with a music video, for example, I know I've had conversations with some brands, and then what they want, what
do
they
some
place,
placements.
they did their placements and all of that, and everything. That one is, I want to do a video. I want to bank on this particular artist. This is how we are going to fund the stuff and everything. That's a bit different.
So is it not a money which will go back to the investor?
So you are not. You're
saying, what if somebody wants to put his money in music video?
How does the person recoup the investment?
Yes, and I'm saying you can do covert. Plus other
okay,
things.
so you are looking at
the
other ways
YouTube too. I mean, there are ways music video will bring you money. That's all I want to say.
Yeah, there are ways a music video will bring you money, but question is not necessarily. I don't know how to put it. The investor, you are asking for 10K. I want to get back the 10K plus some interest. You are saying that if I put out the stuff, how am I going to get back my money? I say you should do, but you need to convince a company to do the advertising before you can even say that this is a way. So it is one is not dependent on the other.
What I'm trying to say
is
that
a strategy
it's a possible
for making
avenue.
Do you understand?
It's possible. Yes, I agree.
Yes,
except
possible.
I don't want you to tie it to the investor.
You know what I'm saying is, you have a conversation. I mean, if
what if you don't get a company to sponsor?
What if I get?
What if you don't get?
What if I get?
If you get, cool. But what if you don't get?
I mean, so every investment is a form of risk. You need to understand that, so it can happen.
No, but there's also a certain certainty of
that you need.
Yes. Yeah, but
because I can't tell you I'm giving you 100,000.
No.
And you tell me maybe.
No. It's not about maybe. It's not about maybe. I mean, the investor understands what is bringing his money in. I mean, I'm not sure you just wake up, take your money in. It is not even about the money coming directly from the video. I mean, the video is going to add up to the building of the artist. So I'm not sure your money is like you are only recouping from the video. You are recouping from the brand as well. So if the video further enhances or spotlights the music and the music blows, the artist has gigs and other engagement which can also bring you money.
Yeah, we understand.
Aside what you are getting
so
from.
that language is understood, but from the perspective of investment, you need to be able to quantify.
Oh, of course, this is quantifiable. I mean, because I've seen it before.
So
I mean, we have worked on a project, and I have
music
seen
video
it.
project.
It's not about even just the music video, the song and everything.
Okay,
you understand? And I mean,
so you did a whole project with an investor.
It's not an investor. Okay. I mean, this one the artist invested.
Okay. And I know that that's you're mixing the two things.
No.
So because we are not saying that.
What I'm trying to say is that Of course.
And we've agreed.
We have passed that.
That one we passed that. We have
But,
agreed.
but explaining this.
No. This music video, it was just a chip in. What I say, like, Tilly brought the shatter conversation to bring the then Robert, brought other perspectives. So for me, I don't think that it's even a big deal. It's about the brand you see and how you see him as a potential and you want to invest in him, and how they can convince you that if you put in this, we can make this back. And it's business. Anything can happen. And when Kitty came, I put it to him that in terms of people not seeing, or people, when it comes to people saying negatives about the industry, the artists, some of them too have also contributed, and he, in a way, did not highlight that, but he also brought up an issue of the pundits also contributing to investors going away because of the negative comments. You cannot take those tools out. The pundits, some have a role to play, and the artists also have a role to play. You cannot take the artists out of conversation, because you say Odomochichi Finswase Bekache of the Dente Obomochichi Ofinswase Bekache of the Dente Mewa. So if the artists who is in the soup themselves are bringing out negative energy.
I was coming to that on my point.
Pundits
and
Tilly,
who do you think
sells
shoo away investors the most?
I was coming to the point where we need to. You've all said. You've all said what needs to be said. Don't relax.
So but they listen around too.
As you were all making the submission, you made it rightfully. But there's one thing: we need to be intentional, and we need to be strategic as well.
When you say we, who? Because there is a media bit, and the media.
No. I'm not separating anybody from anything.
Your first responsibility is to the people. It's not about painting somebody white.
I'm just saying.
Saying what it is. I'm saying that if you say the we, the media is part of the we. However, the media, our first responsibility is to the people. So we are not.
What responsibility?
I'm coming. Our responsibility is about truth. Nothing but the truth.
Okay.
So it's not only about truth. It's not only about whitewashing or praising people. No, we will have to balance it, because our responsibility is to the people, and we have every responsibility to tell them the truth at all times.
All right. Are you aware that there is knowledge before truth? There's knowledge before opinion when it comes to punditry.
Yeah.
As a rule of thumb.
So what are you driving at?
So a lot of people propel things that are not founded on knowledge.
Yes.
So it also creates perception. Perception, unfortunately, is reality for those who may not necessarily know the space.
Yes.
And so if what we are projecting does not paint the right picture because of our ignorance or lack of knowledge or half-baked information whatsoever,
that one day you have a
at
point.
the end of the day, yes. So when we talk about the media, let's not make it feel like, because you were mentioning something that was directly connected to journalism code.
Of course.
Good. And it's not everybody
so that's
who's...
what I'm saying.
Hold on.
Don't go...
Hold on. So it's not
lies.
everybody who is in the space who is a journalist or subscribes to the journalism code.
Yes.
Even though we are all supposed to.
But
because
when you're
we
coming
are
on radio,
to
come and tell the truth. Don't go and throw now before allegation. And people even think that just the mere use of allege in certain situations is an excuse.
Allegedly.
No. You can be sued for even using alleged. That is not even an excuse. One of the biggest defense for defamation is truth.
Okay, so back to this whole conversation about investors. As I said, we need to be intentional in our conversations, most importantly, because you see, when we talk as pundits, it goes far. But it's when an artist talks as an artist, it goes further than we the pundits, because they have
star power.
Thank you, star power. So if artists are watering down the weight of the industry, trust you me, it's not you and me or anybody here who will come and convince the investor. If the person, the one the investor has come to invest in is watering down the weight of the industry, me and you, dear, what can we do? It's like I'm coming to give you money and you tell me you don't need the money. And Robert comes to say he needs the money. Who would I listen to? So we need to be intentional.
Including the artists themselves.
Yeah. That is the we. That is what I'm trying to say.
You are bringing Espe.
No, that is what, basically that is what I'm trying to say.
They have the star power and they are in the business that you are coming to put them on.
Yes.
So, no, say at the end of the year.
If an artist is given the opportunity and says that there's no industry in Ghana, what is the investor coming to invest
industry
in?
Is fake.
Kiddy says the
strategy. I don't know. Don't link it to Kiddy. It's not just Kiddy.
I'm re-echoing something he said. I mean, it's a fact. So.
Industry is fake. What does that mean?
Obibini says the industry is fake.
That is where I'm driving at.
No, but I agree with you. Why was your problem?
Somebody fake you.
You've added your voice to it.
Somebody fake you for the industry inside.
We agree on the same thing.
There are 10 investors listening to us. And by you supporting what Obibini said, you've actually
how would they want you push 8 of them away? Mean so the fact that doesn't mean it's not lucrative.
What are you saying? You wouldn't invest in something that is fake.
Let me just say this. Right?
It's not fake.
Let me just say this real quickly. For as long as there are people in the space who are succeeding, who are excelling, who are making it, it means that there is a way.
Thank you.
And the only thing is for people to find and understand that way.
Show us the way.
Yes. If you can find that way, you can invest and you can make money because there are people in there who are making it.
Mm-hmm.
So even with the lack of structures, etc., there are people there.
But as an investor, won't you be concerned about the numbers?
No, you should be concerned. But you see, that's what I'm saying. One of the rule of thumbs when it comes to investments is for you to have domain knowledge, domain information about the space that you are willing to invest in.
Because the success rate also pays a critical.
Yes, so that one opens the door for more people to get in.
If I'm rest assured that I'm holding 100,000 and in between agriculture and let's say the creative space, if I go buy let's say 10 bags of maize seeds and 2 bags of fertilizer, I'm going to get let's say 200,000 at the end of the harvest. As against that of let's say the entertainment space, okay, who am I or what project am I going to embark on? How am I going to get it? How many people have done that and successfully recoup their investment? Don't you think the success rate also plays?
Yeah. Success rate will always play a role. Yeah. However, what I'm saying is that there are people there showing us a way. Yeah. And that's the reason why a lot of young people want to go into that particular space, which also speaks to the fact that they are succeeding. And so if they are succeeding, then there has to be a way. And if you're interested in putting your money, one of the rule of thumbs is for you to understand the space in which you want to operate.
And how to make it successful.
And so you need to be able to understand that and find the right team who can get the stuff done and then move into that particular space. I understand that there are issues. However, there are also people who are succeeding.
So to add up to what Robert is saying, I think we have many receipts to show investors that you can invest in the creative industry. Let's cast our mind back a little. Filling of stadiums. The recent one is Rapperholic.
Yes.
Just a simple question. I want to put it out here. If you're an investor and you've seen or you saw what happened at Kumasi or in Kumasi, would you want to invest in Sarkodie's craft? Next time he comes to you and say, "Oh, so right now I want to do a 360," and there's a go ahead, would you want to? Yes.
I'm telling you this that I was there with some big guys, right? Some big business guys in Kumasi, and 2 of them, right after the event, were like, Slim, now, stadium you
get
DJ. Saying their conversation. Saying. And it's a good thing.
So let's my issue is the way we downplay the industry. Trust me, there are other countries that wish they had what we had or what we have. It's like Obia sorry, then the industry is fake. The industry is this. It's
a delay or a challenge. And there's no industry without challenge. There is no industry without challenge.
So that's what I'm saying. There are lots and lots of receipts that we can show that the industry is good. So we should keep on.
If you do some rough calculations right now, Saf.
Yeah.
If you say VIP, right? Everybody that was there, 4,000 people. You forget about tables for now. Everybody that was there paid 500 cedis, right? Times 4,000.
Charlie, this conversation.
Then you now say the other stands about the approximate 14K. Everybody pay 100. So that's how much. If you calculate, you are in excess of 3 points. You understand?
Million
so therefore, these are things that investors want to do.
And the big guys, that called me, I actually booked 2 tables for them. 2 tables. One was 15K, the other was 20,000.
See,
so imagine the other tables and
Slim, you guys. So I understand what we are doing. No, I understand what we are doing right now. We are protecting the industry as well. But as I said, the embellishment and the exaggeration in our sector too. And also
you don't want the guy to open the door and say,
then the mama for Romana from us.
No, but how are we exaggerating?
Hold on. This thing that you just did should be, as I said, there should be information out there. As you said, back with the businessmen who, if we had a business. So when you are not saying it's based on assumptions or your calculations. Because per the review I think you gave about the Rapaholic this. At some point, the people that were in Florida, we saw the massive thing like that. It wasn't even the VIP people. It was people that had taken advantage of the rain and had come.
Okay. So small. Okay. The tables were actually sold out.
Okay.
So as at Saturday, 1, I came to the stadium holding 15,000 Ghana cedis. Now me chasing Boo God said me pay seat. I no get seat. I dey hold 15,000, 150 million.
Okay. So the reason why this conversation is very hard to have with an investor and say, oh, come and do this and this and this and this. We are always playing on assumptions. Oh, I go fit do this. I go fit, like we always rely on potential. This person do this, we go fit do. But the industry, we know this industry is not about OBI because sometimes. And then in the car, that same event where we put up, the rent alone could have made some other if you another artist, they should.
But it didn't happen.
No, but you see,
so now we have receipts
but
for that.
But you cannot use that template to make it seem like that
we
is the
normal
template.
Investors,
every
want,
you can use that. They have
you can use that out of
it's part of the industry.
It's part of it. You can use that for out of raining season conversation.
Okay.
So you can use that for December. Does it rain in December? No. Nope. So you can use that for like the non
if the not that, then we don't have anything to show.
So now comparatively, because it's not just about industry, I'm comparing it to other comparatively, do we have enough success stories compared to the average farmer somewhere who knows say the other side? Do we have enough to say that's coming? Because mind you, when we keep talking, we keep saying, oh, we have the top this one, we have the top that one. Is it every investor that will get the opportunity to work with the top and probably recoup the monies that we are seeing now?
You can work with somebody from zero and bring him up.
How many years and how many of that success stories do we have? So I can say that once again, let us not exaggerate
all the big guys were once small.
Let us rather be very realistic.
All the big guys.
Nobody was exaggerating on this particular one.
Silly, all of the top guys were once up and coming.
Before you say something, the agric person too sometimes
that'd be where I want
you don't
get racist.
So there are business folks within the space. If you speak to any of the guys who've been organizing shows, they can clearly tell you that bring somebody was saying that hey, you for bring Kevin Hart down for this December. I'm like, oh, I hear you. How much you go pay for entry? Then we started having a conversation at the gate.
Do the math.
So we did the math and then it was like, we're discussing sponsorship. And I'm like, but you're a sponsor. So if you say you are going to give me X, then we can have this conversation. And the guy was like, oh, okay, I understand. Yes. But because it is my space, my business. So I understand. I have the data, I have receipts. I have things that I can use to tell you that this works and this doesn't work.
Yeah.
You understand? But if you go and somebody is speaking from the outside, the person is not playing in the space, then it is going to be based on assumptions.
Yeah.
So those who are in the space know how they get stuff done, which is the reason why they still remain in that particular space. So what I'm saying is that if you want to invest, knowledge has to be priority.
Exactly.
You have to get information, and you have to get from the right people. Otherwise,
and now maybe try pound of flesh they are too say pound be try 1 pound they are too so then I get some land quite close to some river. Well, people they tell me say, oh, Charles has way there, a spring onion, and also also.
There will be the fried rice there.
Now, I go call people, we will go measure the land again. Minimum size no, but me say I could measure because see I'm a spacing. No, now my calculating be I say we create boss here. This one, oh, I was rich that night
based on the calculation.
Based on the calculation.
Okay. Sorry, based on the information
that I had.
Spring the bay.
But spring onion. But they never tell me say some guy to get some cattle farm for the back there. Me dear, you know.
We're feeding the cattle, no?
A strategic move to get you to feed the cattle.
Thinking that. See yourself as an investor.
Thinking that when
you invested in the cow, in the cattle.
When you are springing, not knowing that
we will be
when
back.
you are feed. When you are feed.
We will be back.
So in this
I did not get food knowledge.
Who do you feed?
Oh, come on. Why investing?
Coming in on Facebook, and let me read some of them here. This one says, hey, Charlie, them plenty. If the industry isn't transparent, as Tilly said, then it's fake, as Obibini claims. From KWAKU Bona. I say, and you're transparent, they are any fake. G Baby Body saying DJ Slim, your boy Gideon here. You can never use the word consent when it comes to a minor. I think that's when we were talking about the Kumasi SHS Wahala way happened. Yeah. So you can never use the word consent when it comes to a minor. The student is a minor. There's no such thing as consent. The problem is in the part of the world where we've normalized such behavior, exposing minors in a sexual way as a tradition and culture, sometimes marrying them off for financial status. Anyway, Justice Tomorrow Cartoon also joins us. Let me see if I can read that one. Quite lengthy bit, but anyway, Charlie, time now. But anyway, before we go wrap up, there's it's been a Grammy week, and Grammy submission consideration or consideration submission week. Oh no, it's been a Grammy week.
Yeah.
And with that being said, congratulations to Shatawale and congratulations to Episode. Congratulations to Mr. What's the name of the producers? Mixed Quest.
Yeah. No. My Quest.
My Quest. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Mike's Quest.
Mike's Quest.
Yeah.
Mike's Quest.
Yeah.
Congratulations to the therapist. Congratulations to Herman Suede. All these wonderful artists also captured
episode.
Yes. Congratulations. Grammy submission week, and you guys are just amazing. We just want to see you guys in the final nomination list, and that is come November. It's supposed to be out in November, right?
Yeah.
But people are also saying that
wait for it.
People are saying that it's enough chat about Grammy submission, successful Grammy submission. Why are we jubilating? Why are we jubilating? That is jubilation and celebration.
I beg you, this time around, Rocky no submit.
But we've not heard anything from.
Oh,
he submit, but this
is the post there.
This is
not. I don't see he announced submission before.
You don't even get this. Celebrate. It is nominations and then winning. So this is a new level of celebration for us.
That's Okitaki, yo.
No, so we are trying to.
We're in new Okitaki, we're in.
I think that there are people who are part of or got into this stage. Out boy.
I've heard.
I've heard some people.
What did you hear?
Martin Kuffobi. Okay, out of the list about out. Martin 3. Where they've also successfully Recording Academy are reaching out to them. Say successfully they've their song
submission is for consideration.
Yes, it's up for consideration.
I think.
And but for now, we'll just keep quiet.
What person say?
No, but I believe it's worth every form of celebration be out there. It's worth
because
we are coming from a country where we used to celebrate and throw parties for Twitter verification and Instagram verification. How much more a successful Grammy entry? Social media platform verify why we are not here. So if Shatta is celebrating, if Shatta puts out a lengthy, heartfelt message on his social media saying, say we are seeing this is not for him, it's for all of us. Why not? Yeah, I side with him, and I'm celebrating with him.
Is it that as a nation we do not understand the various processes of getting your song nominated into the Grammys?
We
do.
Some do not. Definitely.
Because when the announcement came, I went back because I wanted to refresh my mind and see where I can generate my excitement from. So I went back and I went to watch and read about the process again.
Same here.
And then I was like, no, I think we hold on. This is a bit too premature. However, somebody also made a comment. You cannot dictate what is worth celebrating for somebody.
Exactly.
So that was where I was like, okay, then it's okay. Because ABR no. What you saying?
For me to write to Grammy and they
consider it. What you saying? So
I
was like, okay, maybe he sees this as a big deal, so he's celebrating. However, if we are to go by the process of getting your song into the Grammy for consideration nominated, and this is not the level of celebration yet. We not reached the level of celebration yet.
Yeah.
Hopefully, for him and others that have past the first level that they can get to the level where we can all as a nation celebrate and then dedicate and say this is not for me, this is for Ghana, this is what I say. Because giving consideration for Ghana there, it be too early.
I think I side with Tilly 110%. At this point, I would give an advice at the end of it, but at this point, this is when you need to reach out to people. When I say people, not just any or every other person, but we are reaching out to people who are part of the academy, because this is where you need them the most. This is not a time for you to throw jabs. This is not a time for you to come and laud it. And you see, when somebody does something and you don't understand, you initially you laugh. We were in this country when Stonebwoy dropped an artwork. Most of us didn't understand what he was doing.
For your Grammy consideration?
Yes. Most of us didn't understand what we were doing. But you see, this is it. You put those artworks there. It's like you apply for a job. Then you need to convince the HR that, why are you weighing that? You've done all of this. so that the people in the academy, you don't know all of them. I can be seated with you. I might be part of the academy. You would not know. And you can't reach out to every single member of the academy. But you need to put something out so that when they chance on it, they know that this is the artist. This is our reference point. This is what we can see and say that XYZ is what he has done, so he deserves to be nominated or to be considered. Do you get it? So understanding of the industry plays a very key role for the artists and the people in the industry. Do you get it? So for me, when I see people celebrate, I'm like, okay, they are celebrating because this is their level of understanding when it comes to these things. But for me, my little advice, especially, and the other people, yes, I know some people have reached out to some academy players or people in the academy and they've started a conversation. But I'm saying this to the SM boss, the SM family, the whole movement. They should render an apology to the industry they sort of insulted and the industry players they disrespected.
Over what?
Because
over what?
Relax. Because it has gotten to the point where you need these industry players who are on the board to put in a recommendation for you.
How do you know they don't already have good relationship with those people? How do you know?
How do you know?
I'm asking you. You are saying they should render an apology.
How do you also know?
And besides,
that they don't have a good relationship.
Is it about the work or is it about his attitude that they are awarding?
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I'm asking. Every award scheme has its are they awarded? Because I know for sure, say, if you are part of the voting academy and you don't have a certain knowledge in a certain field, you don't even have to vote in that. You don't vote in that. Yeah. So if you are
over 13,000 people, and
they all don't
vote. Yes.
Yeah.
They all don't vote in all the categories.
If you have knowledge in reggae dancehall production and whatever, then you are focusing on that. Yeah. So I don't think that attitude of somebody has anything to do with it.
It's not the attitude I'm talking about.
The apology part I want to understand. What is exactly are they apologizing for? Apology letter, no? To what exactly? For them to now consider him as a dancehall artist that he already is?
No, he's
or
changed.
to say what? Bonnie Amenya for Chemi. Oh, Charlie.
Rough. But see, so as I'm saying, it's now in the hands of the industry or people in the academy to select and pick and choose who deserves what and all that. So I think at the end of the day, we'll get to the point. We are waiting. November is just around the corner. So when we get to November, we'll get to know who has made it to the cut and who has not.
No, but as I'm not kind of very drastic. So it means that because mind you, it's not just those in Ghana that are going to vote for those in Ghana. There are people out there let her know to which extent
what they buy
before we go, I'd like to say a very, very big congratulations to Joe Metal. Joe Metal has relaunched his reverb studio. People who know how he started from Dansuman to Osu to Weja. Now he has a big reverb studio at Soweto. And trust me, he's doing a soft launch today. He has everything in there. From main studio, which can take about 200 to 300 people, the rehearsal studio, to recording studio, to hostels, to lounge, to so many things. I think that we really need to commend Joe Metal. There's an investment. An artist who has been in the space and seen that you can invest in the space because it's payable or it pays or it brings returns. And I want to big him up for seeing this light. And I mean, it's a beautiful investment he's put in there. So, I mean, go do business with Reverb. Okay. They're amazing.
Okay. Thanks a lot for joining us, Tilly. Thank you. Zio. Thank you, Mr. Robert Clark. Thank you, Edem Chotome, for joining us today.
Apology letter.
Thank you to our listeners for also joining us on our social media platforms and also listening to us in your cars, in your homes, wherever you find yourself. God bless you so much. My name is DJ Slim, officially signing out on Showbiz Review Xtra. This is Hitz. Never fail.